here yet. To the front jump, to the front jump. I'm dead, I'm dead.
Not gonna lie, I was contemplating not going live today. So we're here late. I saw the scrims and thought that there wasn't anything, you know, super compelling today. And then I saw later Precision went live, so I figured maybe we could watch that. I want to make that new sprint strafe guide that I've been talking about for a long time. I feel like now's about the time to do it, but I would have to do it off stream. And I also don't want to miss like a day live streaming, so I don't know. We're kind of just chilling. It might be a short stream, watch party for Envy and Rumored omits Team Sparty today. And then maybe I get off early and we actually try to make that damn video. Finally, Brian, what's up, man? Look, if it was Optic versus Faze or SSG scrimming, or you know what I mean, like I'd be right here stat. I'd be on time. I'd be early. Okay, but today, not as much. We got 2 POVs. We're gonna have fun with it regardless. There you go. Precision and Peggy. I don't think we have any POVs on Team Sparty. Darkside, what's up, man? Timbo, how you doing? Welcome. Preach. And that guy. Not much, man. We're just chilling. Royal 2 is live, which we don't often see at this time of day. Is it just Royal 2 like that? Yeah.
Yeah, our porch, weak.
But he's just playing matchmaking, so not what we're here for, right? Uzi are scrimming at 5 p.m. Eastern, so that just started. New desk is bussin', he says. Uzi. I don't know who they're playing against. That means a Suspector might be live? Suspector is not live. Gunny might be scrimming. I don't know if he's on a team right now. Envy has a squad. Yeah, I mean, I like the Envy team. Don't get me wrong. Sparty and his roster, they're in a weird sim right now. What do we think of this Sparty team? Sparty's team is essentially 3/4 of complexity that didn't work out. Right? Sparty, Breaking Shot, and Huss. Because they ended up swapping Breaking Shot for Precision later, right? And instead of Mental, you got Lethal. Lethal's a goat, don't get me wrong, but what's the vibes with Lethal right now? Where's his head at? How passionate is he about being the best in the game right now? I can't help but feel like Lethal, you know, is kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
RBR again.
You like Sparty's team better than Envy? Why is that? Can you explain?
Killed me, dude.
Well, I eat yogurt.
Nice, another one on it. Nice! They're tough, last guy.
Well, I wouldn't go so far as to say that, Hysteria. That's pretty
I'll pick up our left. I have
savage
our
of
left
you.
side, guys.
All I'm saying is, in order to be the best,
Yeah, hiding spiral.
which Lethal knows better than any of us, requires some discipline,
Backstairs, my 8 piggy.
a certain kind of
Yeah,
mentality.
there's 2 there spiral, I can't really put. There's 3 there spiral.
When is Faze Scrim
I'm
SR?
walking up,
Tomorrow
walking up
Faze is scrimming, but apparently it's
Yeah, they're
versus
gonna
this
play me,
same
they're gonna
Sparty team. So we have new
can hold this
Faze
for
versus
us. We can just hold
Rumored
this for us.
omit,
They're
I
basically-
guess,
Yeah, look at me, piggy. Just look at me and I'll
but
look
not
at you.
SR. So I don't know what's
They're
going on with
they're
SR.
Jason,
I thought that was happening later this week, and maybe it's not happening anymore. I'm not sure. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Yeah, maybe that's Lethal's overall attitude in general. Like maybe he's always kind of been that way, kind of like nonchalant, you know.
Behind spiral.
But he got away with it, and now maybe it caught up to him. I don't know. You know, he's always been pretty chill vibes. That said, though, I feel like he was genuinely more passionate about competition and even about Halo 5. Obviously, when you're winning, you're bound to be. But in this moment in his career, I can't help but wonder, is he thinking, like, you know, just playing to play, while also, you know.
I got the worst timing, dude. My bad.
What's next for Lethal? Does he go to a watch party? Does he join Optic, right? Can't help but, like, get that vibe.
Nice, piggy.
Trippy couldn't make the scrim today, is what I heard. I didn't know there was a scrim planned for today. Was it supposed to be SR? We need people to criticize to elevate. It's important. There's ways to be critical without being a dick about it. Right? Like, literally what I said is, like, you know, is Sparty in the headspace? Or not Sparty, Lethal.
Yeah, so above it.
You know, it's hard to, like, put him above Mental. Like, then again, I don't know what Mental's personality is like and his drive to be the best, but it's, yeah.
Top tower, one shot.
I can only imagine that Lethal's not fully
Gonna hit me.
enthusiastic about his current standing in Halo.
Good shot, one shot.
And does that affect their ability to win on lane?
Nice, Jason.
I think that's still being critical without being like...
He's our elbow.
What's the mid roster? So right now we're looking at Sparty, Huss, Breaking Shot, and Lethal. It was supposed to be Barcode initially.
I got you.
For Lethal, and Barcode, I think, had... What was the specific reason? He had somebody has to house him in America.
Getting pissed on.
And I think that's complicated. I imagine it's complicated.
Our tower.
He has a visa, apparently.
Watch out their front bottom. Watch out their right side bottom.
Sparty and Lethal back together is great. When was the last time Sparty and Lethal teamed together? Can we get like a little lore on that?
Nice, Jason. The slid.
I feel like it has to have been. Oh, sorry. Sentinels. They played on Sentinels together. Okay. Separately from that, has Sparty and Lethal ever played together? So interestingly, Lethal, one of his highest placings in Infinite was alongside Sparty in that first tournament that they played together. But after that tournament, did things maintain consistency? Did they get? I think they got top 4 at Worlds. Following that, Sparty had a bit of maybe a medical episode or something in that event that went really horribly wrong, and they split. And I thought when they split that the bridges were sort of burned there. So I was a little surprised to see Lethal teaming with Sparty to begin with. Maybe I was wrong about that.
I have a sniper here, guys.
Back percent, yeah, you're in. 2024 Arlington.
Opposite tower.
What are you talking about, Viltrine? The performance that led to the Arlington performance where Sparty like they didn't get out of pools.
I got a melee in their window.
No.
Alright.
We're jumping in this partway through, guys. We're much later today than usual. I didn't exactly lock in. I was like kind of on the fence. Kind of like what we've been saying this whole stream. I was 1 foot in, 1 foot out on whether or not I should even go live today. We got the 2 POVs between Piggy and Precision, and I'm not sure what the current scrim score is. We could be 4 or 5 games into this. It started at 4 p.m. Eastern. Supposedly. I doubt it started like on the dot. Live series. So they tell you to go to Halo Data Hive, I guess, for the series. Currently it's 3-1. Maybe 4-1. Unless, yeah, they got the Fortress CTF, so it's 3-1. We're going into game 5 here. I'm going to say Redemption. They're called Redemption. I'm just kind of baiting you guys with the rumored Omit. I don't know if Omit will sign this team, but I think this is the team that they are. If they do sign a Halo team, it's them, I would assume, right? Like, what other reasonable choice do they have? Not sure what's going on with Gen G. I heard that Gen G might be exiting for now.
I didn't know I was teaming with Eminem, bro. Holy shit.
Note how that happened with Luminosity? This has happened many times with Luminosity, where they kind of join Halo Esports and sign a team for an event. And there's not too much, like it sort of just comes out of nowhere. You know, Luminosity, oh shit, they're in Halo. They got a team. And then after the event, if things don't go well, which in this case they didn't, they're gone as quickly as they came, you know? Where's Luminosity now? So they're in and out, you know? And maybe Gen G is on the same trajectory, having come into the esport for an event, or 2 events maybe in this case. The team disbanded, and they don't feel like they have any strategic investment.
Nice, Jason.
Started super late because of server issues. Okay, all good.
Someone shot.
Raphael, how you doing, brother? If the world is against Shyway, I'm against the world. Yeah, you let them know. But thankfully, we're doing okay, Raphael. So we're you know, it's all love in here, man.
I spawned mud, I spawned our dummies.
So you can do the same. Did I watch the Gunny interview? No. Should I watch the Gunny interview?
Back green, one shot.
Is that a good use of our time, chat?
Back green dead.
If SR versus SR, if what I gathered from SB is correct. What? It was supposed to be today? That's unfortunate. Out of all the scrims that Trippy couldn't make, the SR scrim is the one that they're not going to do. That's the biggest one.
Go main. Pillars. That's 3 dead. Last guy, A plot. We're up in 2.
I hope that maybe this weekend, Saturday, I can do a big watch party, but then I have to go at around 7 p.m.
Back green, 2 shot, back green.
Sunday, I think I'm going to be gone the whole day. It's Father's Day.
That is just damn good.
My God.
I'm in green.
Alfredo with the gifted. Let's freaking go. Alfredo Fredson. Thank you, brother. Welcome, Deco. Deco, welcome to the way, brother.
QT up
We've been chilling out here. First sub of the day. Prophet, your goat, man.
Yeah,
Thank
go,
you.
Go.
Too kind. I'm literally just sitting here eating yogurt, man. I ain't doing anything. We're starting out at 1467. Damn. I'm not complaining. I think part of the reason we have to make sure we're consistent with the
Get out.
the streams, regardless of who are watching, I guess,
Left you.
so we can keep some momentum going here as well, right? Gonna have some lower days, some incredible, you don't want to miss optic versus phase kind of days too. So one day at a time.
Back in one shot.
So how do I say
Alfredo
Fredson?
Guys.
Oh, Alfeel Fredson. There's no R in there.
Mudbox also.
I'll keep at it, man. Thank you. Alfeel. I think that I thought there was an R in there.
It's hard. Let's look top mid.
I'm gonna call you Fredson. Make it easy for the both of us.
Dead. Top mid again.
Alfie.
One shot A plot. Nice.
Alfeel Fredson.
Two dead. Let's get the sniper.
Freddie
Nice.
in the chat now.
I spawn screen.
Fredson works.
They're all green.
All right, Team Sparty with hill number 1 here. B spawns are open. Precision's aware of it. A spawn in the corner is open there too. As he sits in that box, depending on the timing of things, they'll push his A plat in a second. But Lethal gets 2 kills out back tower. Sparty with 3, leaving Precision alone. Does he pick up any trades in the situation? He's in big trouble. He's got to guarantee something. He's dying staggered if he doesn't, right? So his team's now spawning as he dies. And they have to kind of slow play their way to the hill, or else they'll be off with their tempo here. Could work at a descendant getting a pick. That could be sniper control. Nice. They don't push up right away. 3v3 on the map here. Precision here to help. Deletes Lethal in an instant. Bank nade down. Us dead. Advantage to Envy. This is a hill collapse here. The breaking shot with an important kill somewhere mid. Precision watching the vent in case he drops. Good awareness, but dies in the process. Breaking shot. Even better, right? Breaking shot recognizing that player, that Precision was compromised. Decided to join the fight by dropping bottom mid anyway. And that might be enough to flip the hill back in their favor. Things kind of crumbled on that collapse. I wonder if it would have been better in that moment to not play bottom mid. Like, the timing didn't work, right? He got shot by the spawner. If he holds W door, backs up to C plat, and they take positioning, and maybe they got a better chance of holding defense.
He's top mid fast.
Change your Halo name to Fredson right now. Perfect.
Two tires.
Make it easy for me. I'm not great with these names. We got Raw Ice Cream in the chat. That's actually easy to read.
He got out. He's tower.
Should watch the second half of the Gunny interview. APG was lighting him up. Is that why we're watching it? You guys just want to see APG go in on Gunny? Terrible. You're here for the drama, huh? Hey, Ice.
You're all breathtaking.
Yeah, chasing. Two shot.
Wise words out of Keanu Reeves right there. You're breathtaking, Ice Kirim. Thank you, man.
3 year, dude.
For the $2 super chat. I appreciate you. And no problem, man. Happy to be here. Larisa, work is done. Hello, Larisa. How was work, man?
Nice.
Yo, Douglas.
I spawn him.
Yo.
Elbow and dummies on me.
Don't get baited.
Screens on me, guys.
I might be baitable. You could bribe me.
Cuts one shot.
A little later.
After
the scrims.
Nice.
If you really want me to see the interview.
I'm
not going to lie. I have a bad habit of looking at my phone the moment I get up in the morning. And this time when I looked at my phone, I went on a Reddit thread about the interview. So I already kind of saw some of the Reddit comments about the whole Gunny thing. People don't like to pull their punches on Reddit, that's for sure. Kind of a weird way to start the day, though. I'm not going to lie. Opening up a Reddit thread on your phone in bed in the morning. Don't recommend it. It's not a
I'm down to go B. I'm going B side. I'm going B side.
rejuvenating way to start the day.
Yes, dice already. Dice. Oh, I got the work.
It's pretty good, Grant. Nothing crazy. We did. We hit the gym today.
I got 2.
I think I'm gonna start focusing.
Nice.
I think I'm gonna spam lower body for a bit because my right arm's killing me. And then we did coaching.
Sniper down tires somewhere.
And then I sat in the sun, and I'm here now. No phone for... Yeah, I shouldn't even be on my phone. But, like, the issue is the alarm on my phone wakes me up. So then I grab it to turn it off. And then that's when you open it up and you check the notifications, and then you're locked. Once you check the every app is designed to hold your attention.
Sniper, it's gonna be hard.
The whole phone is a TikTok. I don't even use TikTok. But yes, I should, like, throw it across the room. Make the alarm something else, you know?
Nice.
James. I mean...
Good shit, dude.
Safe to say we've all started the morning that way. Before, you know? I usually end the day that way. I don't usually start the day that way.
I spawned on camo. I'm hiding on camo, Piggy. Wait. Get on one shot. Dummies, dude.
Huss with the clutch double for the hill. My bad, bro. I'm in and out. Clearly. Huss lethal coming out with 2 here. 1-1 with 30 seconds on the clock. So we're ending it in this back corner. Is this just a lack of efficiency out of both teams that we're only on hill 3 with 30 seconds left in the game? Are they just slaying? Like they're just going in for kills. Nobody wants OBJ time. You got an alarm that's separate from your phone. Yeah, that's the strat, Burning.
There's two there.
Turn off all your notifications for that reason. Pretty liberating. Yeah, my Twitter notifications are off for that reason. I should follow suit with everything else.
Dead. Nice.
You just slowed down on lower body. I had to buy all new pants and shorts. Thighs are getting too big. I mean, that doesn't sound like a bad problem. If they're getting large because you build muscle, holy footwork at a precision, you know, then maybe that's not too bad, Indo.
Top mid, Piggy. Top mid.
Let's go, dark side. Series been very close. MV setting into their 6 to 8 placement, it seems. Yeah, it does feel like MV's kind of hit a bit of a plateau, and they've slowed down. They're not exactly continuing to contest top 4. They've kind of
screens one shot.
Settled into, like you said, 6 to 8 is what it's feeling like. They can definitely, you know, contest. They put up some good games versus Faze. They struggled to clutch out anything versus SR. That was a problem. I don't feel like it's beyond them to still surprise on land, but yeah, I do feel like the honeymoon's worn off, you know. So hopefully something changes.
Keto, yeah.
Because you still got TSM in the mix that we haven't seen in a little bit, right? What's TSM up to?
Good shit, guys.
I don't think I've seen them scrim since the DreamHack.
Nice, dude. Oh, we have time here. Yeah, Jason. They want that sniper. Okay, he's gonna get out. Wait for us, Piggy. We're off sponsor. Nest also. Nest one shot.
This is over.
Dead. Kill last guy.
Good lockdown on that hill.
Well played, boys. Good shit.
Recently joined the Clutch Academy Discord. Any idea how it works? I just joined a match. You don't need to come with a 4-stack. You don't need to come with anybody for the Discord. Clutch Academy comes in the stream sometimes, so he'd be the best one to ask about it. But basically, you let the Discord know your rank, and then it slots you into a certain level. And there's like, is there anybody playing in it right now? Doesn't look like it. Oh, no. Yeah, so under the Eagle, wait, what's this? This is Clutch 8s. There's different levels, but there's people playing in Clutch 8s. So there's a waiting room. So you literally just jump into waiting room and talk to the people in the waiting room. Just click that, and then they're going to help you through the process. That's how it worked for me, is I just jumped into one of the waiting rooms, and they kind of helped me through the process. But basically, eventually, you get...
when camo was coming up,
you get slotted, if you want to play 8s, you get slotted onto one of these teams, and it sort of balances them based on what it thinks the skill level of the ranks in the lobby, right? And then you just go ahead and play a best of 5 series. You can pick and ban the maps in advance of the best of 5 too. It's a pretty cool system. It's a little bit confusing, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty neat because it like automates some stuff out and sort of does the balancing. You don't have to worry about like picking your teammates. Anyone can join the Clutch Academy Discord. I will give you a link. Hold on. Clutch Academy and Halo Rec League are cool places to get involved and play on like a more regular basis in like a competitive environment that's not matchmaking directly. So Halo Rec League, you sign up, but the sign up window is at a specific period, right? So I'm not sure if Rec League is currently happening, but once you sign up, you can sign up as a solo player. They slot you into a team, and then you play on a weekly basis with that team. Yeah, it's like a league or whatever, that ends in some sort of a tournament if you get far enough to... I haven't actually played the whole way through it, but it's cool. It's a cool initiative. Or you can sign up with a team if you want as well. Strafey made and Kedor was sick on the way to cuts, right? Yeah, he's hitting sprints both left and right, so he's definitely doing like the extreme version of the technique. But makes it work. Requires some good timing and accuracy to hit all those buttons and your shots, right? Boomer League is looking good too. Yeah, there's a Boomer League that's going to be happening, right? Yeah, Mashland was putting a Boomer League together. So it's 30 plus is the Boomer League, I guess, right? I'm not 100% sure how that's going to work, but Mashland comes by the chat sometimes too. And he would be the guy to ask if that happens. But yeah, maybe we'll cast and tune in. I'm not really sure how that's going to go, but we'll see. Yeah, what's up, Greg? How you doing, man? Welcome. Welcome. Let me get my water, guys. Just ate all this yogurt. Got no water. Let's get weird. Yeah, you and me both, Knight. You and me both. You had to mute the noties? That's fair. Yeah, I don't really pay attention to my Discord noties. I got a lot of missed notifications. Water sucks. Gatorade is better. I think you want to, ideally have a balance of everything. I got coffee and water, so I kind of just like double fist, throughout the broadcast. A little bit of both. Hydration and dehydration. You don't think I look over 30? That's a lie. Have you seen all the white hairs in my face, bro? Here, look at this. It's all white. That's all freaking... That's old man gray right there. There's no salvaging it. Under the beard is chaos. I stand corrected. I mean, apart from that, I'm doing okay. It's just the hair color. That happened when I was 32, man. I think we had a rough year. I think we just had like one really rough year, and then all of a sudden... Doing a little better now. Maybe I can slow the progression now. I'm not sure. No. We're still climbing the hill. Forever climbing, bro. Climb till I die. Gonna be a DILF? Oh. Figuring that out, too. I don't know. I think I'm a few years out, at least. Can't take a comment. Taking what happened with roster mania. What teams are looking sharp so far? Okay, so I got a roster graphic like right here. We could fill it in and do a quick little rundown and remove all of these ads, hopefully, in the process. My God. Like a quick updated look at where the roster's at right now. Hopefully within like 5 to 10 minutes
Those are great
for some
rounds.
straight to YouTube content.
Red room.
Maybe we do that
Yeah,
after
we are.
this. Should have picked up Collect. Well, the question is, does
I got
Collect
three off from
want
top
to
two.
be on this team?
Yeah, they're
Have you
going
asked
purple,
him?
they're going
Ask
purple,
Collect.
yeah,
Does he
purple.
want to be on this team?
2 on yak, 2 on yak.
Copper supplements
Nice
reverse
damage,
the
nice
graying. Is there any other issues associated with that?
Nice Jason.
Copper supplements?
Fuck. Yeah, he's on me. Just be serious, one shot. Popping camo, one shot also.
Damn.
Popping camo, one shot, benches.
Some crazy looking movement right there from Precision. Full commits, and that
Dead.
teammate comes
Camo's dead,
back
Camo's
to
dead,
pinch
Camo's
it. Good call on camo.
3 dead, last guy
Three
ball,
dead.
last guy ball. He's Ivy. Yeah, he's gonna throw it out, late.
Good call. Came in with that pre-nade on the sticky just to make sure he hit max damage, but good play at a Huss. They can't get an immediate ball
Trying to help
setup.
you get this yak.
Delays the situation, and Precision can look over Yaxon's
Purple, one
shoulder, so
shot,
they do
breaking
finally
shot.
get time.
They're gonna be up mid on me. Laundry picking.
Liquid IV is
Zombie
best.
stairs.
Just gotta go,
Be-
I don't
be
know,
stairs
just
already.
full Dracula, bro. Gotta be like a vampire or something to stay young, right?
Hold on.
Drink the blood of youth.
Ivy dead,
I
Ivy
don't
dead.
fucking know, it sounds freaky.
Ow. One shot, top 2. Be stairs. One shot, 2 shot, be stairs. Go in tires.
Hey,
go in
Lewis,
tires
what's
fast.
up,
You
man?
can get ball.
How you doing?
I spawn B.
How do you make your reticle smaller?
laundry, I'm playing
If you
laundry, guys.
increase your FOV, the reticle does look a little bit smaller, just off the increased FOV. So Precision's probably playing at least 108
Look tires.
FOV.
Yeah, bottom mid. Keep shooting you on accident.
Oh,
Watch
beats
out,
everything.
tight end.
All electrolytes, no sugar. Not a fan
It's
of all
hard,
the
it's hard.
sodium, though.
Never dead.
As like a sports drink? Is that what you're talking about? Really want to see the Faze and SSG scrim. I hope they start soon. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on with SSG. Do we have a cryptic tweet out of Eco? Does that just
What's up,
happen, or
Bucky?
is that just like? Does that mean nothing? Oh, they announced it. They actually officially announced it. Hold on, chat. Wait. Do we do it after the game? We'll watch it after the game. Foul and suppressed. Welcome to Space Station Halo. Maybe that's why Eco tweeted.
Nice, guys. Good shit. I'm gonna pick up your Mando. Yeah, I'm gonna pick up your Mando. You're good.
I play on 102
shot on a mid,
FOV,
Huss.
so my reticle looks larger than this.
One's ice cream also.
Can't believe
Dead.
you used to play on 120. Some people do. Like Druck is kind of an anomaly for that, right? He's been playing on 120, I think, since the game came out. So he makes it work. It's doable, but it's not popular.
2 1-shot spot him, see.
I usually recommend 100 to 110 for
Nice,
most
dude.
people. Real men play 120. Okay.
Spawn day.
He's on 109.
Yeah, they're going 2B. There's 2B.
Right.
There's 2B. Can I get help? 30 tires.
Snakebite. Yeah, Snakebite's
Finish,
definitely
finish,
played
finish,
on
finish,
120.
finish.
I don't know if that's something that he sticks with consistently.
Dead.
Because I do think he changes his settings. Like, same with
Three
Royal
dead,
2.
three
They
dead.
change their
Last guy
settings
posters.
quite a bit.
Yeah, last guy. They're gonna spawn PD.
But like some of the most cracked out players, like,
watching
you
the
know,
cross. They didn't
Last
cross
Shot
B
plays
yet.
on 104. Renegade, or sorry, I don't know what Renegade plays on. 105. Legend plays on 108. Bound plays on 108. Like these are some really cracked out Halo players. You don't need to have the 120, you know, if you're trying to be like them.
What's up, purple? He's
If that's your goal.
And up IV. They're all around you.
Is there a weapon offset command in the chat? Maybe try offset. I'm not sure. I think it's like
On camera, guys.
plus 100 minus 170. I think that's what I'm on. Plus 100 minus 170. 78 FOV Halo 5 style. Yeah, let them know.
Heard it. Nice.
Literally, just give me tunnel vision, bro. All I want to see is the reticle, okay? And the enemy in front of it. That's it. Just hit my shots.
These tires.
Damn, he's really working
Look
it,
at that,
right?
look at that.
Getting
Nice,
so
guys.
aggressive on tires. He backs breaking shot out of
Okay,
the area
watch the tires,
entirely
watch the
into the arms of Descendant. Descendant
tires,
coming out with
Mando,
two.
Mando.
Quick little ball rotate here.
Nice, Yak.
Action with lethal. Huss now last alive and back Ivy.
Nice. You're good.
And Descendant finds it. Spawns open in Cafe. Precision aware of it. In case that is their location, it could be anywhere through A and PD. Yeah.
Yeah, they're purple. Two of them.
Good call. Might have walked this out a little far. He's got a milk now. Teammate spawning behind him at B on the rail. Should be able to help.
Watch out, purple. Nice, 2 dead.
Cool. 3 dead. Immediately. Sparty now last up. Should be an
Probably
easy
gonna
ball
live
time
longer.
opportunity if they can get to it quickly. Where is Sparty? Definitely
Yeah,
hiding.
this one there. One's purple on me. Dead.
That's him. Definitely gonna be behind him.
Bad nades. I have a death cam. Your front
Nice
seat,
attempt
though,
at a
Jason.
precision. Yeah, good death cam here. Can call them off the rotate. But they actually get the break. We're gonna see a play
Yeah,
ball
front
here in a
seat, front
second.
seat,
So good opportunity for
I'm down
Sparty and
here.
team to get a setup.
Spike steps.
Assuming they
Watch out.
successfully
I got flank purple.
play the ball, they can prevent it for a
flex,
bit here. Descendant,
to
one
right,
shot
to
up in the stairs.
He's a bomb.
Looking for lethal, doesn't find it. Huss with the cleanup. That's a ball setup for redemption.
Yeah, watch out.
Has the next
Spawned
takedown.
out, spawned
RVA
out.
Classic 1v1. Is that a thing?
Still have plenty of time. Third heaven, I'm looking.
Formal plays 110 last time I checked. He might change it though.
Top
I
A
think
also.
Formal has changed his
Top A
FOV a
hurt.
few times as well.
One's top C.
When do you Halo? Good question. Probably like minimum a year away. Maximum 2 years.
Watch out,
3 years. I hope it's just 2 years maximum, man. I really don't know.
No, they're gonna come on.
It really depends
Breaking shot, breaking
on
shot.
what that rumored Halo is. Is it like Gears Reloaded in Halo CE form? And then they have a mainline title coming separately? Or are they full remaking Halo CE? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
He's close.
if they're doing that route with Halo CE like Gears Reloaded, then that shit's probably going to come out within a year.
Try it in, guys. In back gate. Play around ball.
But the mainline title will probably come out later. Play M&K, keep my FOV around 105, then again, Woodham's an alien. Yeah, he's on 120 with like super fast sense too, right? Played M&K for a while, but switched to controller and kind of wish I didn't. Then why don't you just go back?
Bottom man. One shot tire. Laundry going tires. One shot yak. One shot tires. Still tires. Dead. One shot laundry.
It'll be Halo
Laundry,
CE
defensive
next year.
tires
I'm
now,
not playing CE. Yeah, if it's just a remaster of CE and it's the same game, then it's not really a W for any of us. Unfortunately. Lanzi? Did I say it? Lanzi?
Okay,
Thank you, man. Welcome.
Dead.
Like, I don't even know if it's a win for, like, PlayStation fans. It's like a very minor win for people on PlayStation who, like, played Halo a decade ago and forgot about it and want to get back into Halo. They can play the CE game that's, like, super outdated at this point
Yeah, bottom A.
with better graphics. So basically, Halo CE Anniversary.
Nice, dude.
You know, it's like
That's not
Gears
purple, Jack.
Reloaded. Gears is good, don't get me wrong, but, like, how many people are
start coming
genuinely
towards ball.
excited about Gears Reloaded? I don't
Bottom
know.
A, picky.
Unless you're playing it on, like, the...
We're good.
You're playing on like that ROG Ally or whatever that thing is coming out. The little handheld looks kind of cool. Can't you just play anything on that?
Yeah, don't be afraid to set up traps on this map.
Henry the Beast from YouTube. Normally watch over there. That's cool. You can watch here. You can watch there. Welcome in both chats. What could they innovate on movement in the next Halo? Good question. No idea.
I go on.
Omni movement. Oh, yeah. I really don't know what they could do, honestly. Like,
Three dead.
bring back this spring
Okay,
jump
could be
type
that too.
technique, but I doubt that they would do that because they took it out of Infinite. So
Top A,
spring
top A.
jumping used to be in Infinite in the,
Yeah, I gotta
in the
live with
early
that. I gotta live
build
with
of the
that,
game.
Came up.
Honestly, don't know. I'm gonna miss this whole G slide, curb slide, whatever tech when it goes. I'm sure some people
keep going,
won't,
just keep
but I'm
going,
gonna miss it. They could have a modified version of this that like doesn't launch you as far,
One's up purple. One's up
but
buddy.
still gives you a competitive advantage. That'd be cool.
Bottom C, piggy on you.
So like have a G slide that just doesn't
One's
send you
IB2,
as
trade
far,
that. Nice.
combined with other things like advancements in other areas. So more button combos or
Very
like
good.
depth within the weapons and how they're used, and
Nice.
make
I'm
them
on
like
mid.
more complicated with less aim
IB2
assist
shot.
and more realistic or something. I don't freaking know.
He rotated ball commander.
Wall running? Oh yeah, wall running. That'll save Halo.
Drive by, one shot, lethal. Good. Yeah, there was another one B too.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, you know, as much as people like to dog on Halo's movement and how it's changed, the curb slide, G slide, whatever, like the way that it works is honestly very
Dumbass.
unique to Halo. And no other game, Halo 5 actually has a bit of the tech, but no other FPS game works
that
like
can be.
that, where you're using your environment to propel you around, and the higher the ledges, the better the opportunity that you have to launch farther. And like you have to be so intimately aware of like how you're jumping around.
Front seat.
And it's risky too, because you're in some cases exposing yourself to set it up. Like, I don't know, it's just cool.
So nice.
Has me thinking about how I approach map movement differently than other Halo games. Ground pounding? Yeah, for sure.
Both too.
Get that take consistently, then use it.
We have
Yeah.
space B. We have space B.
Stuff like that shouldn't get taken out. Well, every Halo game has sort of had different elements that created the skill gap, right?
Come this one. Yeah, I can't.
Like, interestingly, Halo 5 did have curb sliding, but it worked nothing like this, and people didn't even realize it was in the game until they stopped playing it. Crazy enough.
Still ATM, Jason.
But, you know, we had stabilizing and thrust slides, super jumps, and spring jumps, and freaking spring thrusts.
Okay. Wait, give us here. Give us here.
What was it? Spartan charge, combos. H5 was crazy.
Nice.
Can we bring like double shot-esque components to Halo? But how do you balance it in a way that can't be abused through macros and like modern technology?
Looking purple now. I'm looking purple.
Then again, cheaters are prevalent no matter what you do.
2-shot purple. Yeah, rotate ball. Just keep rotating ball. Let's get A space.
You have different caliber compared to Halo 5? Caliber? What? You like infinite skill gap? It's like Mario Kart, going for a little bump to make the trick and gain speed. Yeah. Yeah, environment-based skill maneuvers, right? Sandbox-based. It's cool. Yeah, I think that's the thing, too, is like, I honestly... As much as I'd like to see certain things in the gameplay, I'm more hopeful that like the support outside of that is consistent and you know, felt throughout the community. Like they're adding new content to the game, they're adding new game modes and trying to innovate, and that the core gameplay has like not been the issue for me with Halo for a while. Like Infinite's core gameplay is fine, I got no problem.
Nice trade.
They've somehow found, whether intentionally or not, they've found a way to like keep the skillful components of Halo, or to keep a several different skilled components in Halo. You can argue which ones are more skilled or whatever, but the game has a skill gap still.
That's fine.
Best game because of its simplicity. All that other junk takes away from what Halo actually is. Do you not feel like that's sort of like an outdated terminology at this point? Other junk? What do you mean by other junk?
I'm looking at you, Piggy. I'm looking at you. Back A, one shot.
It all comes down to balance and risk reward at the end of the day. Like Halo 5 is simple. The mechanics aren't, but the game is literally Halo 2. Like you have power weapons on the map, and there's only camo and OS, and you activate it off pickup. And that's like literally it. 4v4 even starts. The complexity is in the mechanics. But the game itself and the rules and everything is literally just simple as Halo 2.
Nice. Not my ball. Bottom mid.
Anyway.
Watch out bottom mid. Nice. Last guy should be planners. Yep, planners.
Jetpack wall runs, that stuff. Not in it currently, but what a lot of people talk about.
Yeah,
it just needs to feel balanced.
And
I would hate to like get mechanics like that for free without like adequate risk associated, you know, so that it can't just be spammed effortlessly everywhere. Even though people kind of do that with G sliding right now, but it is still risky, and you know not everybody can do that.
I can't. B-star's hiding. Dead. I'm trying to live. I'm looking B-stairs.
For sure, yeah. There's a lot of ways you can use the slide mechanic.
I got one.
For a lot of purposes, yeah. It's looking like GG's right here. At 91, ball in the balcony. They're forced to throw it out, and they don't play the ball. Off that stagger, that should be GG's. He had to throw it out.
We're spawning them. Or red room, Jason.
Jackson in position to collect it, though he's still in a fight in back C. Descended with a pinch here. Should have this. Cool. Spawn's coming from Cafe through to P Street now. Precision can watch it. They're mid-map. Piggy, why is he out mid-map? He got shot from C somehow. Hutch from inside C forced Piggy out the balcony, giving Redemption an opportunity to get the ball and actually a setup here. This is their last chance.
2 stuck C,
4 seconds to close it out.
One might be hiding purple, one might be hiding.
Yeah, Piggy with an opening pick. Jackson going straight through the front doors. He's looking for it. Will he find it, though? Trades breaking shot. Player above him on trash. Precision with the camo. That should be enough to win this later, if even necessary. Jackson dies to lethal. At least 2 players between B-Rail and C here. Sparty dead. 3 dead. GG's.
Ball.
Bring back dual wielding. Yeah.
Nice, guys.
Moving to Unreal 5 will make it so much easier for the devs to create new content. Yes. Infinite's engine just wasn't favorable. Yeah, I agree with that.
Right? This is when Jason played out.
Yeah, the engine held it back.
When the ball was like back A.
Is it Unreal 5 or Unreal 6 now? Because aren't they already demoing like Unreal 6? I hope they just go with building on whatever's the latest tech.
Focus on yourself and play good Halo, and I promise you, focus on yourself and play good Halo, and I promise you success will come. If all 4 of those players are playing great Halo, great things will happen. It's the overcompensation, like you mentioned, Mark. That really, I think, is vital to the team.
Pretty cool. It's official.
Focus on yourself and
It's official. Foul and suppressed over to SSG. Now Faze needs to lock in. You're gonna stream the beta. What beta? Halo Studios were touring your work end of last year. They defo cooking up something and looking for some support. Touring your work. Is that do you work with Unreal, Falco? The best roster videos? Yeah, it was simple but nicely done, right? Gears tomorrow. The Reloaded game, yeah? Did they leave? Pal is so handsome. Clayton, what's up, man? How's the new Omid looking? Right now, it is 5-1, I believe. Envy. So, not amazing. He just said he's lagging.
This is the way.
This is the way.
Unreal Warrior. Thank you for the follow, brother. Welcome. You're creative director for a video game ad agency. I see. Parent company is Keyword Studios. Cool. Maybe they're looking for marketing help or localization, some extra dev support. Ooh, sneaky insider details. Definitely cooking something. Anyone know the second Omit roster? Second Omit roster? Is Omit cooking up 2 rosters? Like not including this one that they're currently scrimming? And if so, no idea, brother. Who's left, like, hanging right now? If there's a second Omit roster, can Collect put something together? Are there any good options for Collect to get a team together that actually has win potential at this point? All right, I had to get a tweet out about the SSG announcement. Is this it? Is it done? I think it's done. This scrim. We saw 2 games. Unbelievable. So did they quit out 6 games into the scrim? What is going on? Hopped over to Sparty's stream. He said TJ's having issues with the... I didn't even know Sparty was live. Did he just go live? Was he live the whole time? Damn. Okay, so you're saying they chalked the scrims because of that? Yeah, Uzi Zuzi are scrimming. Looks like it's time to watch the GOAT play instead. Might have to play a little bit. As soon as you get home, Scrims chalked. Yeah, I got a vibe that today wasn't going to be the most eventful Scrim day. So I wasn't even sure if I should go live, but here we are. Yeah. TJ was lagging bad. Spartan needs to optimize TJ's PC. 4v1 on Sparta, yeah. Happy Thursday, Michael. How weak-minded am I? Are you talking to me, LS? What did I say? Oh, you guys are talking about something else, maybe. Formal said they are scrimming tomorrow. Whoa, 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 whoa. Can I get hard evidence on that? Can anybody else corroborate the details from Michael Rice here? Michael Rice says that Optic and Formal are scrimming tomorrow. Last I heard, Optic isn't scrimming until next week. Did they change their mind? Humblebee, thank you for the follow. I'm excited for that.
This is the way.
Shy, you should stream World of Tanks and title the stream playing Halo the way it should be played as a troll. Oh no. Omid number 2 is Ice Kid XXX. Kind of want to see Collect with like Ice Kid, Looney, and I don't know, some random cracked goats that we don't know anything about. I can stay on the grind. It's going to be a shorter stream today at the rate that we're headed. We might as well get some matchmaking in, like same with these guys. My bad, guys. Sorry for the clickbait. Not much scrimming happening today. Actually, real quick, let's compile the rosters together, the roster mania graphic or whatever. Is there a way for me to do this? I don't want to be on the right side of the screen, but I also don't want to cover them. Is there an app or a program that gives me this the same as the tier maker, but I can move it around and stuff? Like I don't have the ads, you know? Does it have to be confined to the website? Upset with your view on button combos and wanted to let the chat know they were blocking you. I see. What's your view on button combos? Spartans to optimize DJ. Yeah, we read that. From APG, Omit may be loaning Ice Kid to APG's BTH team he's forming. Is that actually a thing that they're looking to sign Ice Kid to Omit? For a 4 stack? You got the Ascending Baseline team, and you got who's Envor playing with right now? He was playing with Super CC and Ice Kid and Looney previously, right? Microsoft Excel? I'm not much of an Excel guy. I could do something like this. But can I get rid of this? How do... Send feedback. There's just no X out button. Nothing. Brother. All right. Gotta go in order. The back arrow button on the top left of what? That doesn't look like a back arrow. That's like a... I don't even know what it is, bro. Stop seeing this ad. Sure. Try not to show that again. Then that doesn't exactly remove the space. Ad closed by Google. Wonderful. Thank you. There's one up here too. Love that. Craving some pasta and sauce today. Okay. Go after it. I could record it flipped and then flip my camera back and reorganize the way it's all set up separately. I don't even know. I don't like it. TSM. Shouldn't have to rely on exploits combos to win a game of Halo. Shouldn't have to rely. I don't think they're an indication of skill. They're more a crutch than anything. How so exactly? I guess it depends on the combo and how powerful it is. How much it fundamentally changes gameplay, right? Like something that takes skill to execute that offers an advantage that's not like overpowered, but enough to like lead to an outplay adds to the game, in my opinion. Like, it's not necessary to know how to curb slide. You can get pretty far without it, but at the highest level, if you're not taking advantage of it, you're missing a huge part of your game, and there is some skill associated with mastering at the highest level. So like something like that, right, where it's like there's a clear risk reward associated. People who master that stuff play like a different game, essentially. You know, they know the game in a way that like nobody else can. I don't know, like you earn something valuable for your efforts. It really depends on the combo. No bullet magnetism and advanced. Yeah, the more the merrier for me. Someone teach Shyway to make a table in Excel? Ugh. It's definitely not happening this instant. This takes a while to construct. I'm losing interest as I do this. I think we got basically everything that we need to worry about for our top teams. Infamous. They're not around anymore. Anything that was like in pool play. Don't have ad blocker. I don't think I do have an ad blocker. I don't even know, bro. Clearly not the most savvy when it comes to this stuff. I get on this PC to stream and to play video games and edit videos. That is pretty much it. I don't really browse the internet on this PC outside of whatever you guys see on the live stream. It's just straight up use it for work, and that's it. Work is also gaming, I guess. Yeah, we're going to build them proper. Move things around. right there. That is just damn good Halo. Hellshot, Prime Gaming sub. Love to see you, man. First time. Let's go. Welcome to the way. How you doing, Hellshot? Got this song just these songs are playing on repeat, I think. Oh, it is the same song over and over again. That's funny. Is the song good? I don't know. We'll find out. Hey, much love. Hellshot. Thank you, man. Falcons is not a team in Halo Esports. This was speculation last time we were here. Was there not a new team looking to get into Halo Esports? I thought that was a thing. Or new org looking to get in. What am I doing here? Most can't put names to faces in this quick LOL. Can they? Can you guys put names to all these faces? If you can't, are you even a true Halo Esports fan? That's the true question. Do something like that, where it's like on screen, I'm not blocking it, but it's like kind of a weird layout. All right. Drum's going crazy. Okay, Roster Mania. Quick roundup. This is what it was, right? This is what Roster Mania was as of DreamHack. And order of things is different here too, right? SSG, interestingly, got top 8. Maybe unexpected, 7-8. MV was 5-6, so his Nemesis. TSM was top 3. Shopify was 4th place. That wasn't expected, but it happened. Genji top 8. Cloud9, I guess, Complexity and Zero, all top 12? Where was Cloud9 in that? Top 5, 6. This is top 8, right? SSG Genji. Cloud9 top 12. Complexity top 12. Zero top 12. And Omit 9, 10, 11, 12. That makes sense. Ether was... Ether didn't make it into pool play. Mind Freaking pool play. BH3, did they make it into pool play? Get a different team in pool play. This is basically what it was, right? Now, after all the chaos and as the dust is settled, this is what it's become. So we're going to change Faze and SSG swap players. And we'll talk about the events, I guess, leading up to it, which most of us at this point know. Lucid and Snakebite for Foul and Suppressed. Nemesis, unchanged. Shopify, unchanged. Envy, unchanged. Cloud9, Lethal. In the cook section for obviously now in C9. Complexity wiped the whole roster. Or no, they didn't. Sparty, Cherish is still there. In comes Rhinoob. and King Nick, Gen G, they're gone. I don't know what happened to Gen G. Out of the picture. Maybe they pick up a team, maybe they don't. No more Gen G. Players floating. 9. Complexity. 0. Jimbo. Replaced with Bastos. Bastos is this guy, I think. Still learning who Bastos is. I think this is Bastos. And apparently he's actually been playing real nice on this Zero Tenacity team. Jimbo at the moment focused on content creation. Not sure if he's fully retired, but it's looking like it. Ether unchanged. Mind Freak unchanged. Omit. The whole roster disbanded. Gone. Sparty team. Not signed to Omit, but Omit is rumored to sign Team Sparty. With Lethal, haven't been together since Sentinels. And Huss. And Breaking Shot. Meaning this is what's left for the record. If there was like a second Omit, this is what we're working with at the moment. And I don't know if these players want to continue to working together, considering the fact that they split 4 directions, right? They won the EU Open. That's good to know. Yeah, so Zero Tenacity actually beat Nemesis in the EU Open. That's a cool little tidbit. Nemesis unchanged. No reason to change. Dude, the ads are like obnoxious. I'm just going to be honest. Bastos is the far left one. Oh, wait, I lied. Isn't he? Isn't that Bastos? I think it is. Slush, what's up, man? Welcome. Barcode. I'll throw him in here, but I got to grab him. He's not on any team right now. All players. No way. Barcode. Where? Oh, he's in here. Why did it not come up? Got an old image of Barcode from Native. This is Royal One, who's coaching Faze. Okay. I mean, how did it happen, right? So there's been a lot of dialogue at this point. It's hard to quickly summarize any of this. Optic, no reason to change. Obviously, they won 2 events back to back. They're looking good. They're going to keep sticking together. TSM, they got top 3, their biggest hurdle, and it's been their biggest hurdle since they were originally together back in year 1 of Infinite, right? It's Champ Sunday. They play exceptionally well on Friday. On Saturday, they struggle on Champ Sunday. They fell apart. They did not look good. They lost, I think, every game on Champ Sunday. I don't think they won a single match. What the reasoning is, I'm not 100% sure. Formal has brought up the idea of sleep, like valuing your sleep. An event is a marathon. You got to bring your best for Sunday. So you look at somebody like Legend. Apparently, Legend is in bed sleeping by like 11 p.m. This guy, I don't know. He doesn't go party. He doesn't have too much fun. Maybe you can save the fun for Sunday. That's not to say that these guys are having too much fun, though I do see Talik retweeting the same "I'm never drinking again" tweet at the end of the tournament. He does this every time he goes. He retweets "I'm never drinking again," and then he goes and has a party again. But that's Sunday, right? So I don't know. Friday, Saturday, are they staying up late? And that lack of sleep, it accumulates. Is that part of the reason why they're not locking in on Sunday? I'm not sure. Is it just pressure? Is it lack of experience on Sunday? Either way, the fact that they made it there and they played as well as they did, it's the best placement that they've gotten is top 3, which they've done a few times. They might as well just keep trying, you know? That's the best kind of circumstance I think they could hope for, is just try to figure out how to beat their standing on Sunday. Faze and SSG, let's put them side by side for a second. We knew SSG was not in the greatest place coming into the tournament. I think the scary thing with SSG is that they opened up the dialogue to the public on what the problem might have been, right? Like once Stellar opened up and spoke to APG and said, you know, they talked about whether or not it was like too much VOD review or if they were overthinking or whatever, like started to try to diagnose whatever the issue was. It became a reality that there was a serious issue that needed to be figured out, you know, to the public. And I think it was impossible to avoid the commentary around that from the public within the team. So it was really hard. I can imagine it'd be tough if you're the team, knowing that people are wondering if you're going to split up and wondering what's wrong, to not be feeling that when you come into the tournament. And it felt like maybe, you know, that was a vibe when I looked at, let's say like Lucid's body language or some of the unfortunate plays that we saw in that event, like Lucid with the 1v1 on Piggy. Like that's kind of a hard one to look back on. Were they fully invested? You know, did they fully believe in each other and their ability to win? Snakebite had mentioned something about like they just, didn't really feel like they were a team anymore. They didn't fully believe in each other, and that was what they needed. Though they did contest Optic, bring him to game 5. They put up a great fight. They ended in top 8. And we kind of knew immediately something was going to change. There's been some back and forth, maybe a little bit of drama. You could say Suppressed and Stellar had some choice words to exchange. And they were both kind of similar in their criticism. Like Stellar mentioned something about, Lucid maybe already being, or certain players already being on Faze before DreamHack, and Lucid, he had come back and said he didn't like that, right? That was a direct attack on his character, suggesting that before DreamHack, he had plans to already move to Faze, right? There's no specific info that confirms that. Stellar just got a vibe, basically. And Lucid found that, offensive, understandably. Suppress got a similar vibe, though. He had felt like Trippy and Lucid were kind of in cahoots and looking to make a change before the event as well. So interesting. And it sort of sets up a bit of a drama, a dialogue, you could say. Suppressed and Stellar now teaming together. Is this an opportunity for them to kind of prove these guys wrong? Clap back, set the record straight, whatever you want to say. Eco and Stellar, or Stellar specifically, had said that they strayed from the system, playing with Lucid and Snakebite without really speaking about what the system was. I don't know if it just had to do with this whole dialogue on pace of play, fast versus slow. Is SSG, were they not playing as the fast team that they could have been? Were they not capitalizing on certain, moments that they could have capitalized on? Let's say, I think it really just came down to chemistry and not being on the same page. It's a very complicated thing to explain. I think Snakebite has mentioned several times how he doesn't like the fast, slow connotations and mentality of it's a very oversimplification of the way that Halo teams like to play, like fast and slow. And saying a team plays slow is kind of derogatory, right? Versus structured or kind of methodical in their pace of play. I don't know. Point being is they didn't click, and it never came together. And it seemed like there was always sort of a clash and a butting of heads, maybe between Lucid and Eco and Stellar, more specifically, is the vibe that I got. With things changing, I think it's a best of both worlds for both teams. Now, this was not how it was going to go initially, right? We got hit with rumors on the APG drama cast, right? The rumors were that the initial roster was supposed to be, so it was supposed to be, I'm getting mixed up with my teams here. Lucid, Trippy, Penguin, this is on Faze. Penguin and Precision was the initial rumor. Apparently, Faze, or this team, was looking to pick up Precision, but Envy didn't want to give Precision up. And I think for good reason. Precision on Envy looked like, I'd say, arguably the most consistent Slayer and top performer on the team with his damage output, his slaying ability. Descendant definitely in the conversation as well, but it felt like Precision overall, his consistency really spoke volumes. The kid's a talent, and I've seen interesting dialogue around Precision, not just in his individual skill, but in his attitude as a player. Sparty had a very interesting tweet. I don't know if I want to read through it all now, right? But Sparty, out of seemingly nowhere, kind of came out and said that he felt like Precision was one of the worst teammates that he had teamed with. And it's not the first time that I've heard Precision might have had a bit of an attitude issue. But I think one thing, without a doubt, is the guy is incredibly talented, and other teams are curious. They want him. Envy doesn't want to give him up, though. Apparently, he's very expensive. And I think that's a good thing. This Envy team, they played really well in scrims. Big question marks surrounding this team and their potential coming into LAN. I think it's safe to say they proved it by making it almost a top 3, right? They were a couple slays away from top 3 in game 5 with TSM. They would have had it guaranteed. Instead, they ended up in the lower bracket and dropped out in top 6.
That is just good Halo right there. That is just
damn good Halo.
Oh
6 months, half a year. Let's get it, Slush. Welcome back. They dropped out in top 6, but I like this Envy team the way that they are, because they're a team comprised of players that have not accomplished. They're accomplishing they're earning accolades together, right? There isn't one vet on this team that has wins and championships that's kind of guiding them there, which is what you usually see on a top team, a mix of veterans and new talent. This Envy team is just a team comprised of kind of new blood, maybe not necessarily young the whole way through, but just newer competitors in our eyes, at least. And they're making waves together, which I think is pretty cool. I like seeing them together. I want to believe that they're going to continue to rev up, even though it feels like they're kind of hitting a plateau in scrims recently. But it's looking like they're going to stay, which opened up the opportunity for Snakebite to come to Faze. I heard rumors that Snakebite might have been considering retirement if this didn't happen. If Precision ended up going to Faze, Snakebite would have been in an awkward position, right? On a bit of an island. And Snakebite in his history, it's very hard to not see him on a top 4 team with all that he's accomplished as a player. he's an asset to any roster, but the question would have been, does he want to fight it out and be in sort of an awkward position? Like, not to point fingers, but, Lethal, for example, is an example of, a kind of an undisputed Halo champion who is now in an odd position, kind of bouncing around teams, maybe nowhere near the heights that he had achieved previously. And it's a tough spot to be when you're, accustomed to being in top 4 and to being in that upper echelon. So I heard that he flirted with the idea of retirement. I'm happy that didn't happen. I'm happy he's over on Faze. But this makes our Faze roster. What that means is we're looking at Optic from last year with Snakebite instead of Formal. Is that enough, right? And the dialogue's already starting. Some people aren't impressed.
That is just good Halo.
Barbosa.
That is just
Damn good Halo.
Oh my God.
5 gifted. Barbosa, thank you. Fishball, Verdant, Michelle, Karate Kick, and John. Welcome, guys. 50 Shades of Simon. Welcome. Thank you.
This is the way.
Some people aren't impressed. They think like, okay, well, this team with Formal couldn't win a tournament, so how could they be that good? But note that this team with Formal got second place 6 times in a row. That's an achievement in itself, even though I know these guys want to win or bust, but that's, obviously a hell of a competitive team. Bagels, thank you for the follow.
This is the way.
Snakebite is one of the more versatile players, flexible players in the league. He's a good vibe and a mature player to bring to the roster as well. He's very disciplined, so he's going to bring something a little different than Formal. I wouldn't consider him to be the raw damage dealer that maybe Formal was. And I think that also kind of frees up Lucid and Trippy as a duo to be a little bit different on the map. And Snakebite could take what it looks like based on the scrims that we've seen is that Snakebite is occupying more of the support for the team, right? Which is where he tends to lean as a player. So it's honestly, I think, allowing Trippy and Lucid to step up in a way that maybe they didn't on Optic. Trippy especially, who seems to be holding on to the kind of Slayer role with Lucid at the moment. But we'll see. I don't know. It's like on paper, are they really going to threaten Optic or SR? We won't know till we see them scrim, till we see them on land. The one thing that is undoubtedly better about this Faze team than the last team that Lucid and these guys were on is chemistry. They're going to have better chemistry. They're going to be more aligned in their decision-making and how they want to play. How Lucid wants to play will be well received by his teammates who have played with him, plenty of time playing with him before. So they know what they're all about. And I don't think there's going to be any surprises and too much butting of heads, So that bodes well for their ability to continue to get better and to be productive. And the same thing goes for SSG, who have made it even sort of trade here. I don't know which team is better on paper. Chat, who won the trade, do you think? You can go ahead and tell me. But I think it's too early to tell. They faced off in the online tournament with no experience. Neither of them had any EXP. It was the closest matchup you could ask for between SSG and FaZe. It went down to freaking Game 5, 50-49 Slayer. You could say, so if you were to argue that FaZe won the trade, I would only argue that they won the trade from like an org and from a popularity perspective, okay? FaZe is going to win the popularity contest, I think. Without a doubt, Lucid's got a lot of fans. Snakebite's got a lot of fans. I think everybody loves Trippy and Penguin. They're a great vibe too. You put this team together, and they're the brand and the platform that these two players bring to FaZe, like they're going to win the popularity contest. There's no doubt about that. So a lot of people want to see this team. They're excited about this team. Are they better skill-wise? I don't know. It's too early to tell. They literally won by 1 kill in a Slayer in Game 5, and they both kind of slammed each other back and forth throughout. It looked like SSG was struggling a little bit more in OBJ than FaZe was, and that's important. SSG going to have to figure that out. They were really good at breaking the map, not as good at setting up on the map. And I kind of feel like that might be, I don't know, not necessarily like a hurdle for SSG, but something interesting I think to see is the speed of this team is undeniable. They're going to be fast on the map. Not big on Eco. Yeah, people like to hate on Eco, but we'll see how Eco plays if they're in a system where the chemistry is a little better and there isn't that clashing, right? Because I think this is a better opportunity at least to figure that out. With Falcated and Suppressed, they're more straightforward. They're fast-paced players. They're, I don't think, going to butt heads with Eco and Stellar in the system that they're trying to put in place here. I think that they're going to, kind of follow suit confidently. My only concern with Suppress and Foul is a lot of people are comparing them to Bound and Legend, and they're calling them like a lesser Bound and Legend, basically. Like Bound and Legend, but weaker is like kind of the vibe that people are setting out with Foul and Suppressed, which on one hand, I can understand. I want to believe that Suppressed especially is more of a question mark kind of wild card that we haven't seen as much of. And maybe he can really level up and kind of step up to the plate, and Foul and Suppressed can kind of prove as a duo that they can hang at the likes of Legend and Bound. But I mean, Legend and Bound, with the wins that they've got, the 5-peat that they're on, it's pretty tough to, contest what these two players are capable of. Foul and Suppressed, They're their own players, but I think they do have some tough competition as far as like matching what Bound and Legend brought to that old version of SSG. Remember, the Foul's been around for a while. He was a duo with Shotzi when he first came into the scene back in Halo 5, right? He was on the first iteration of Splice. It was a deadly team, even though they didn't win a championship together, I don't think. Foul won back in Halo Reach in 2020. I'm not sure if he's won any other championships. But very high-tier players. Foul's been around as a top slayer, and he was the second highest KDA in DreamHack Dallas. He's been slept on for a while. Generally a little bit, I want to say, more reserved and quieter as a player, too. Like, people don't know him very well. But he's a talent. But will he surprise, you know? Or is it more unsuppressed to really kind of steal the spotlight because he's been in the scene for a shorter period of time, a little bit younger? You know, I want to believe that maybe he steps up to the plate. Big question mark, though. I think both these teams, and Renegade mentioned this in his stream, they both level up off chemistry. They're going to vibe better with each other. And I think that helps all of us. That's good for all of us as the viewers. And good for them, honestly, Optic and SR and everybody who like the competition anyway. You know, there's no doubt Formal and the team, they're not afraid of these guys. The better the enemy, the other opponents are, the better the competition, the happier they are, right? So Formal, I saw Formal, Bound, Lethal. They were having a great time watch partying that last Open Series. I'm very curious to see how these guys stack up. Now, Shopify have no reason to switch. They are still second place, I would say, rightfully overall, despite the unfortunate top 4 placing, lower than we expected. I still put them as the strongest scrim team in the league. We watched them scrim yesterday. We watched Cycle play yesterday. Cycle, honestly, looking like one of the best players in the world. Like, I know that we give Last Shot so much dedicated attention for his ability, but Cycle, man, when he gets going, and when you look at his scrim stats as well, I think that proves it pretty clearly that, like, the guy is, you know, oftentimes I'd argue MVP in those scrims. He brings his A game on land. He's looked consistent. I think maybe a weaker factor for this team is that on land, they have less experience than Optic. Last Shot has been to 1 grand finals in his career so far, and he's had a pretty short career. He's still a very young guy. And that was Arlington this year, his first grand finals, right? So I think the lack of land experience sort of shows with this team when Sunday rolls around and they struggle to kind of rev up and step up in the same way that Optic does. Optic has this like uncanny, maybe difficult to kind of replicate ability to rev up through lower bracket and get better and better and get excited. Like they really thrive off a win, you know, in a way that I feel like these other teams, they don't climb in the same way, right? So I'm hoping that we can start to see that from SR and hopefully see some more from Frosty as well. Frosty earlier in the year, I was calling as like my definitive MVP in all the online tournaments, in the Open Series and whatnot. In the case on land, he looked great as well. I'd hope to see more out of Frosty in the Arlington Major. Didn't quite come together. In Dallas, they got outclassed in what was it, early Champ Sunday. The first match of the day was like a full sweep just about out of Optic. So, you know, Shopify still have it in them. There's no reason to make a change. I still believe they can take a tournament. I wouldn't be surprised if it happens. My concern is, does Optic just continue freaking steamrolling at this point now that they've tasted blood, right? Now that they've like gotten the rhythm going and they know what they're capable of. It's a scary position for them to be in. If anybody's going to shut them down, Shopify is still the best bet. Nemesis, no reason to change. I hear that Woodham, they're trying to poach him, right? Without a doubt, Woodham, 18 years old, insanely cracked. He comes out different on M&K. I've never seen an M&K Halo player play like Woodham. So orgs are attracted to Woodham. Apparently, Gen G was looking to pick up Woodham, and then they couldn't get him because, understandably, Nemesis is not going to sell this guy off unless you put bags on it, right? And I respect the fact that they didn't sell him off. I like Nemesis. I like the org and the brand and the social media account. Whatever they're doing with their social media on Nemesis, they're killing it. And if they took Woodham off the team, it would cripple this team. You know, it would take star power out of this team. So if Woodham was to get picked up, I would see him I'd only like it if he goes on like SSG, you know, or like something crazy, which we know isn't happening. So just keep him here. You know, keep Nemesis intact. I like this team, even though I do also feel like they're kind of hitting a plateau as well. The difficulty for Nemesis is they're stuck in Europe. They play the same competition. Apparently they got beat by the new Zero Tenacity recently. And yeah, it's hard to know whether or not they're going to continue to rev up. I hope that they go to boot camp for the next event coming up in a couple months. Maybe that'll help. But it's hard to say, you know, like as time goes on, these top teams continue scrimming, they get regular practice, and Nemesis is just, they're playing in Europe, you know? Woodham is Finnish. This whole team is interesting, right? Because you got Woodham is Finnish, Sniper's from UK, I think, SLG's from France, and Glory's from Ireland, right? So, You know, all different flavors. Is that a thing? Anyway, Envy. We talked about Envy a little bit. I like this team. You've got a team comprised of players who haven't won any tournaments yet, but are accomplishing their, overcoming hurdles together. And I want to say they're relatively new as well. Like Jackson hasn't been in the scene too long, but he's achieved top 6 now, which is pretty notable. Piggy's been around for a little bit longer. Towards the end of Halo 5, I started noticing Piggy and his skill, but he didn't truly get into competition until Infinite, I want to say. But yeah, the team has what it takes. The only issue is, have they hit a plateau? You know, Descendant's been cracked for a long time. I remember back when he was Carmea at the end of Halo 5, when he was like 16, still cracked. Practically invented the sprint strafing that we're all doing. This guy's all over it. I see Precision do it as well. They're all LT Zoomers, right? This whole team is LT ADS players, and they're nasty online, but it looks like I can't help but feel like they're slowing down. They're kind of settling into top 6 to top 8. And will they find a way to break that mold, to kind of really show up and start to contest these top teams as time goes on? Hard to say. Cloud9. Cloud9 has had sort of a slow start. How did they place in the Open tournament? If anybody knows, maybe you can let me know how Cloud9 placed in the Open tournament. I wasn't expecting to see Lethal get moved off the roster. I don't think Lethal played badly. There's been some focus on Booba Dooba recently in his individual play, whether or not he's underperforming. I know Ashes on Complexity had some choice words about Boo Boo, saying he was underperforming. He said he was Boo Boo Doo Doo or something like that. I don't know if it's that bad. Boo Boo used to be a superstar, or used to be in the spotlight as somebody, as the potential, having the potential of like a Shotzi or a Renegade, right? Like he was in that conversation. He won with Splice in the first iteration of Splice that won that championship. He looked like a god back in Halo Reach on MCC in 2020 when I casted him with the jetpack and the sniper on Sanctuary. Like, Boo Boo was, top player. He has it in him. I know that his focus might be shifting a bit. The dude's ripped and he does marathons. Like, is he as full into Halo as he was maybe when he was younger? Is he going to be able to adapt and pick up the speed of the pace of play that I feel like Infinite's at as well? I don't consider him to be the fastest pace player. But he's an excellent player all around. He's sticking with his team for now. Obviously, he's a young GOAT that they're bringing into the roster out of Complexity. Obviously, he's another question mark. He could have a ton of potential to rise up within the next few months. So I guess keep your eye on him and let's see what he can do. He's 18 now, right? I think he just recently turned to 18. Sabin and Septify, or Skeptify, however you want to say it, have been looking pretty consistent on LAN as well. But I feel like this team is having some early hurdles in their gameplay recently, in their scrims, and in, if they've even been scrimming, I'm not sure. Were they top 5-6 in the last Open without counting 007? So even lower, you're saying top 8 then, right? So I feel like they underperformed at the Open. They've gotten off to a slow start with Obviously, but maybe once they start to click, they'll have a lot of potential. So I don't know where to place them. We'll see. Complexity. Mental apparently has the keys to Complexity. Woodham's not in NA, and it's probably not going to happen. Chills. So what we've been saying is, apparently, Mental is, I guess, a key decision maker on, who's on the roster. Sparty no longer with the team. Unfortunate for Sparty. Not going to read his whole tweet. He had a lot to say, mostly nice things, except for against Precision, where he kind of called him out. I don't know. Sparty in definitely a difficult position right now. Hard to know what to say about Complexity with their current roster. We've got half of Gen G with Ryan Duba King Nick. They're playing well. Like, kind of, I don't know if I want to say surprisingly well. They took, 5 games off of, I think, SR in scrims recently. They took Faze in the winter bracket in the Open Series tournament. They 3-0'd Faze. That was surprising. Faze came back, beat him in the lower bracket later. I think you can never sleep on a team with Ryan Duba on it. Interestingly, though, they've looked better than any other version of Complexity this early this year, right? Complexity have been going through it more than any team, just getting slammed in scrims until they finally start to figure it out right before the LAN. And then in the LAN, it's top 12 both times. So they're starting out a little bit better. We'll see where they go. It's hard to judge with all these teams. It just feels like everybody's kind of making lateral moves and they're just changing things up, right? Because this Complexity team, these are all guys that have kind of played together, right? Like Sparty and Mental had played together back on Shopify, I think, before. Cherish is the one new person to this picture and maybe more of a question mark on this team because I haven't seen a lot of his gameplay. I know he's talented. You know, definitely maybe like a key or somebody to watch. King Nick's been looking nasty. Sparty and King Nick used to duo back in the United. They're back together. Maybe in place of Rain, right? Rain used to be duoing with Sparty in the previous year. Rain's now out of the picture. Not sure what he's up to. But it just feels like everybody's kind of making lateral moves at this point. Like, it's hard to assume that Club Complexity is going to jump into top 6 or top 4. Or same with Cloud9 with the way that everything's starting to solidify. Zero Tenacity. We talked about Jimbo, no longer on the team, focused on content now. Likely retired, or maybe he can coach. I'm not sure. I'm sure he'd be an excellent coach. Bastos is apparently cracked. So I don't know what to think about Zero. But same issue that Nemesis are dealing with, where they're in Europe, and it's hard to imagine the Zero Tenacity team breaking beyond top 8 with the competition above that, you know? But I'm open to surprises. Omit. Chemistry-wise, Sparty and Huss are good buddies, so it's good to see them back together. This team's already happened, right? Basically, minus Lethal. So Breaking Shot, Huss, and Sparty with Mental, and that was not looking good, right? And then they got Precision in place of Breaking Shot. And I don't know if it got maybe like a little bit better. Is that what happened, right? So like these are all teams that have sort of happened in some capacity. With Lethal in the mix, it's something a little new. Interestingly, for Sparty and Lethal, they have some of their highest tournament placements in Infinite together. Lethal got second place with Sparty. I think they got top 4 at Worlds following that as well back in 2023. So they do have some achievements together. They split early 2024. Sparty had an unfortunate event where things, don't know the full details, but they got knocked out in pool play. Content creator for Zero Tenacity. Yeah, thank you, Dumby. I don't know. They seem solid, but not going to do damage to top 6 unless something, unbelievably surprising happens, right? We just saw them play briefly in scrims, and it was 5-1 Nemesis, Envy, before there was like an internet issue at play. You could argue whether certain players deserve better teams or, better options or whatever it is. At this point, though, it's hard to break in. And you're kind of just reconfiguring these rosters and hoping that chemistry kind of clicks and that people bring their A game on LAN. Like, you never know what a team like Sparty or Ryan Noob are going to bring to a LAN, The scrims, I don't expect to see any massive changes. Then you've got players like Collect, who subbed in for whatever that team was, 007, with half SR, Frosty Cycle, and Legend, and Collect looked like a god on that team, right? Like, Collect is clearly very talented. He doesn't have the LAN accolades to support it. He did get a top 6 back at the first World Championship in Infinite, but until more happens more recently, he's kind of like an odd-line god right now, and he's in an awkward position where I don't really think that he wants to jump into these teams. Like, I don't really know if he wants to be on existing Omit or Complexity, let's say. Like, I'm assuming he, like anybody, wants to be in a top team. With what's available, he can maybe form something. I don't know what the optics are, how good he feels about any of that. But we got floating talent, basically. You got Common, Ezo, Mortally. Unfortunately for Barcode, I don't think he's coming to NA unless somebody can house him. I think he's got a visa. The plan was for Omit to sign Barcode. And I think Lethal wasn't originally going to be on this team. I kind of like Collect and Lethal together, not going to lie, back when they were on Infamous. But yeah, apparently Barcode, this is not going to happen anymore. Barcode and Sparty at one point lived together, right? Is there no way for Barcode and Sparty to get that going again? I don't know. It's not officially confirmed, but they're scrimming as this roster. So you would think this has to be the team, and it's just a matter of time until there's some sort of signing that takes place. What's happening with these players? No idea. They've been bouncing around on different teams. Like, I think they've been playing like with Envor or Ice Kid or Looney or Super CC, and you got Suspector and Uzi Zuzi on Ascending Baseline. So there's a kind of bracket of players that are very close to pool play within that top 16 kind of range that are trading around their players. And I think some of these players are slotting into those rosters right now in the meantime until they can get better opportunities. Gunny in a similar spot, right? Gunny like constantly on swapping between different teams. Like I saw he was playing with Ziad for the longest time, and like now he's not playing with Ziad. Zion was playing with like Sirion and somebody else, and I think that was the team that knocked him out the tournament. So, we got a lot of trading kind of going left and right where people just try to find things that click and that might give them a better opportunity at LAN until, ultimately better opportunities come their way or the next Halo comes out or something, right? Like a little bit of a life support choice right here. The top teams with the best earning potential, and that's kind of how it's always been. I'm very excited about FaZe and SSG. and their change, and I can't wait to see what kind of damage they do. I still think that TSM, Envy, Nemesis are in that conversation for, like, you know, will they be able to contest the top 4? Will they be able to cause some upsets and make things interesting? Everything underneath that, I'm ready to be surprised, but I don't have the highest expectations, like, immediately, you know, until proven wrong, right? Like, Complexity, they could surprise. Cloud9, when obviously starts to click with the team, you know, maybe they could rev up and really start to dominate. Omit, who knows? Zero with the new introduction of Bastos. You know, maybe they could surprise. Mindfreak have been looking good, but once again, it's hard to imagine them breaking out of, let's say, top 8 and beyond. They did beat Ether. Ether online in Scrims have had some high-tier results in Scrims that make me optimistic about their potential, but then on LAN, they underperformed. They got knocked out in open bracket, right, by Mindfreak. So, I don't know. I'd say these teams right here are the ones you want to look to for now, right? Optic, Shopify, TSM, Faze, Nemesis, MV on, you know, what's spiciest to come in the lead up to the next tournament, and then wait and see if everybody else can kind of contest and enter the conversation, make things interesting. That's your current lay of the land, I guess, right? That's current roster mania. Gunny's going to try out for BTH. Yeah, APG is putting together a BTH team. I don't know the full details of that. If he's looking to, like, coach or mentor a team, he's having tryouts for it. I think Gunny's going to try out for the BTH team, is what you guys are saying. And we've got some other, you know, talented players, I'm sure, that will try for that. But I'm not expecting that team to, like, maybe they break out of open bracket. But you got a lot of really sweaty rosters that have been together for a long time that keep going. Like, you look at Uzi, Zuzi, and Hatev. Is Hatev still with them? Right, with Suspector. Like, the consistency of that duo, you know, will they finally break through when they find the right teammates? Or, you know, is it going to be a new team that forms right before the event? It's hard to say, right? So looking forward to whatever that BTH team is. Collect a BTH, that'd be kind of cool, you know. Collect kind of on a side quest right now, you know. Maybe he should do that. That'd be fun, right? Gunny, Collect, and I don't know, create a fantasy roster out of this. Pull Barcode over. This was actually, they played together at one point on native, right? Anyway. Some stuff to be excited about. Some stuff to be, you know, maybe not, depending on who you're a fan of. Maybe you're not super excited about the trajectory of some of these players, like, you know, Lethal, longtime GOAT. Where is his head at right now? You know, is he thinking about retirement as well? Is he going to join the watch party? He's been playing with Formal a lot. Seems to enjoy that. Can Sparty finally regain? He's had a really rough previous year. You know, he was suspended for a while. Still got a lot of talent. When he pops off, he's looking like a top player, but the consistency might not be there. Are we sleeping on Ryan Noob? Will he finally find a composition, you know, of players that really upset on LAN? Because they found it in the top 8 twice, right? That Gen G team wasn't bad. I like the vibes on that Gen G team. I was kind of surprised to see him split. Super unsafe. Thank you for the follow, brother. Welcome. There's 3-0 versus SSG right now. Is anybody streaming it? Is anyone streaming it? We have a sneaky SSG scrim happening with Complexity, apparently. There you go. And if SSG are losing to Complexity, is Complexity just that good? Or is SSG having some, you know, some early hurdles they gotta jump here, right? There is a way, for the record, to watch them play. There's a way. If I go in the game, it's the Shyway team tryouts, not anytime soon. If we go on the game and we spectate one of the players, we could watch them play, but it'd be kind of scuffed. Hold on a sec. Scuff me, daddy. I mean, I don't think we caused any lag on their match because we're not actually in there. We're behind basically. We're spectating like after the fact as it's like I guess uploading or whatever. I don't know how it works, but the issue is we can't even see the name tag of who we're watching unless we put the theater bar on screen, which is like kind of intrusive. And we also have to find somebody who's in the lobby, like watch. Stellar POV. Complexity SSG scrims. Wait, let's change.
Nah, no Tesla.
Oops. I was like, what was that? Is Royalty's voice? Can we change the title of the stream while we try to figure this out? New SSG versus COL Halo scrims. I'm gonna change it on Twitch. Okay, so if I want to watch this, I have to like keep this Rhinoob thing on screen, basically. Are we okay with that? Or what I could do is I could remove it, but then I got no name. Would you prefer to have the name and have the little bar? I can pause it and stuff too, which is kind of cool if we do this. This is Stellar POV. Strongholds recharge. Oh. Okay, hold on. This is what I'm seeing, okay? So this is Stellar POV. If I want to watch it with his name, I can do this. Yeah, I got it. Takes 2 off the open. Shot control, B-hill control. We see the spawners through the wall, so that's a nice convenient benefit of watching it this way.
Your team scoring. Let's see them try to take it.
You can see in real time how he checks these angles and where these players fan out to break the setup. Got one out here, top goal with the pinch. Stellar looking for it. Will he find this? Oh, he will. No damage at a Cherish as well, giving him the opportunity to get aggressive OB. Batteries here. Is that Rhinoob with the shutdown? We got no kill feed, bro. No kill feed is kind of chalks it. I can manually control the death cam while we see these players. Our board Falcated trying to lock it down in tower. He will not. King Nick out bottom mid with a flank here. His whole team has the hills. That split spawn is crazy. I guess I could pause it too. They split spawn one out long haul on the collapse because of the timing of it. And the rest of them now spawn in A. So they're staggered on their spawns here. King Nick not giving them any breathing room. But he's deleted with a nade on the way in. So nice shutdown there from SSG. Mental knock it up. Well, Trade is fighting pipes. Rhinoob solo right here. Slow playing his way up gold, tight to the perimeter. Will his team spawn near him? King Nick out the door. He can wrap out. Oh, somebody behind him. They're aware of his rotation. They call him out and they kill him immediately. Rhinoob not getting away with it. Rhinoob killed Stellar. It looked like because of the E United coding, right? Suppress is 44-74. Let's watch Suppress PSV. You're saying he's struggling. Assist here. We do not die to this. He's good. A-B hold here. Camo in play shortly. No nades in the back pocket. Player's going to pick up that camo immediately. Does he find the timing? Has a good backsmack opportunity, but doesn't commit to it. Stays up high in Turbine. Finds the kill instead. Can he win this 1v1? Oh, easy. One-shot target. Done. Looking like Complexity got out with the camo. Turn the kill feed, bottom right icon. What do you mean? I can hide the HUD, but I can't. What are you talking about? This just show like I could hide the players on the map so you can't see them through the walls, but I don't mind that. There's no other option. If there was a way to turn the kill feed on, like on the left-hand side, then that'd be amazing because this is an issue in theater mode. Like we're basically watching theater mode. What does HUD mean? It's the area around this whole screen. So I can like, the HUD is gone. There's no HUD. Now there's a HUD, all right? Just kidding? You bastard. Complexity off a trip cap here. Heads up display. Yeah. Mental's a POV we never get to watch. It's kind of a cool thing about this. Navigating here. Is we do get to see a little bit of POVs that we never witness. Cool. Nice clean execution. Gonna find 2 off this. Doesn't even trade it. Somehow Falcated getting decked for the double. With no answer. Trip cap still being locked down. Spawns in long haul. This is a brutal reality for this team. They split 1 pipes. Ooh, will they spawn them all pipes here? Is that the objective? We just like fan out and see it happen in real time? Nope, they split pipes and long. He's waiting back silo for the push. Bad news bears here for SSG. That player in pipes killed Cherished. Earning advantage for SSG. An opportunity to break out the map and maybe get the camo. Mental kind of missing these. SSG somehow sweeping out with the camo while having no hill control whatsoever. Did they even get it or did they burn it? Found the dead. Spree for Mental. SSG trying to break 2 hills simultaneously. Seems kind of like a risky way to play this. That's camo and B hill though. Camo looking for 2 kills. Finds it but trades it. Stellar goes down. B not captured. They take A at the very least. And SSG will continue the cap. Shock down on the hill here. I don't think they're aware of it. Ryan Noob should get that. Yep. Ryan Noob with shot control. Replay. This is the only way to watch it. Nobody is streaming POV right now. I know this is super scuffed, but like chat said I should take a look at this. We have no streams of these players. We're using theater mode, spectator basically. And this is the only way we can see their name tags. Looking good with this new team. Yeah, I kind of just like downplayed them a little bit, thinking SSG was going to come out more confident here, but Complexity putting them through their paces. This ain't even close, right? 200 and counting here. Eco dead. Ryan Dube going to continue to lock down the trip. Should be done. GG's at this point, just about, right? It's barreling out of control. And SSG constantly find themselves dead. Multiple dead here beside Ryan Dube on gold, spawning in long. Worst case scenario once again. Ryan Dube not going to waste any time pitching this out, which will create a split spawn and pipes and gold behind him. See that pipe spawn that's happening as he leaves, right? He doesn't care, though. See if he gets out with this off the team pinch. Dies on the way out. Nice execution from that one player at SSG. King Nick off a long haul straight to C to stop the bleeding here. Got one player in SSG occupying gold. Let's see if Stellar can do anything to save this. Doesn't open fire right away. Doesn't want to reveal his position on the flank. But now he's been seen. Grapple, it's got to be Ryan Noob or King Nick coming in, getting involved. It's Ryan Noob. They die together. Stellar has a kill feed for some reason. Occasionally, one player in the lobby will get a kill feed. We can see it now. Coming out with camo. SSG with an opportunity to hold the map here for a second. Things looking absolutely chaotic with them. Why is it slow-mo? Because we're watching in theater. So the speed of it looks a little weird, right? Even that, like, that doesn't look normal, right? He, like, tried to hit a grapple rotate, and he died, and the game didn't properly, like, register it. Foul with a shock on Bat Ledge here. 83 and counting as they try to close the gap. It's a nice-looking shock. Awkward slide into pipes. Some of the animations of the Spartans don't look right either, right? Ooh, nearly perfectly hits the headshot. Should be enough for an easy cleanup from Stellar. Cool. Double hit out A here. Prenade's coming in, though. Locked down by Ryan Noob. Foul misses the shot as well, and now he's dead. He's in big trouble. He'll play it out back A, but he's getting pinched by 2. And that might be enough to win the game right here. King Nick, Cherish coming out with kills. 240 and counting. Foul needed to ice up and kill Ryan Noob there for an answer on the A hill. And I'm sure there was a lot of other things that went down that caused this reality. But wow. 250 to 99 versus new SSG right after the announcement. They are down, I think, 4-0 in the scrims right now. Top-down view of the whole map between player POVs is pretty cool. Gives you a good view of how teams move around. Yeah, I mean, the cool thing about this feature of being here is we can actually treat this like a VOD review as we watch it. Oh, it's bugged out now. It's like with some bugs, right? I couldn't even back up anymore. But like as we watch for other matches, I can pause it and I can go into free camera mode and point out the spawns as they happen. We gotta wait for the next match to progress far enough so that we can watch it as it goes, basically. Yeah, SSG apparently down 4-0. I mean, look, they did not even. We're being sneaky right now, okay? We're being nosy. We're being nosy, okay? This is top secret Halo being played. Some top secret Halo, and we're out here being nosy. So understand that they're trying to workshop some stuff right now. They're trying to figure some stuff out. Sparty's team versus Envy starting again soon. They're starting to back. All right, this is getting excited now. Exciting now.
Slayer.
So the thing about this is if I watch in Spectator, I'll only be able to watch to a certain point, right? So 3 minutes and 40 of this game, or now it says 4:20. I guess it's increasing as we go, right? Like, so I can't skip to the end of the game as it's not happened yet.
Fatalities give points. Points give victory.
It's super scuffed, yeah. Top secret clearance? We definitely don't. The true clearance would be like to give me Spectator in the lobby so I could properly watch this. King Nick coming out with an opening kill and his teammate following up, looking for a 3 dead here. This is a Slayer that they're playing. Okay. Eco with rockets as they answer. King Nick does have kill feed on his POV, so I want to stick here for a little bit. We don't get to watch him too often. Yak playing with Penguin right now in like matchmaking, yeah? Out of time travel. Oh, missed the headshot. Cherish dies as well as it happens. He's in big trouble. Big opening created for SSG as Stellar picks up the sniper here. Spawner's open on the blue elbow. How are we playing this? Kind of an awkward position to have the sniper, right? He's going to get somebody directly on top of him. We're not hitting just yet. He's got a thrust in the back pocket. It's really hard to hit that jump backwards from directly in the corner, right? He's got to kind of walk it out, use the lower point. Somehow gets a no-scope off that D-scope. It's the only shot that he'll plant, though. 2 frags in the back pocket. Still got coverage at Top Cat. Nice work. Numbers advantage for this fight. There's a flank coming up through bottom mid, as we can see here, too. And Fallon suppressed. Address it immediately, bro. They don't trade anything there, I don't think. No, Eco died. 13-8 right now. Watching it the Shyway? Sure. You got a whiff of him. That's a sidekick up in the corner, too. Another flank coming in from bottom mid. Is that a Ryan Noob flank? Let's find out. Wait, no, Ryan Noob's in the cave. I was just wondering. King Nick coming out with the flank from down low. Does that lead to a full collapse? Cherish is milking in cave here. They die on the rotate, bro. They went down here. SSG take the whole, take down the whole team, earn advantage. Think it's boring if you could see the enemies. There's a way for me to change that. There you go. And then there's a button I can hit to, I think it's F. So I took it off so I can't see where they are, but then they don't have outlines. There's a button that gives me outlines, and I don't remember. Is it B? No. There's like a keyboard shortcut that gives me outlines, so I'm watching it like it's normal. See how the player's like just hard to see? It's not normal. Both his teammates and the opponents don't have outlines. Should give me observer for Scrim? Yeah, it'd be nice, but also that the objective of Scrims is not our entertainment value, right? Like, it's their practice. Better with full knowledge. We know everything in advance of it happening. We're walling, Chad. 2 seconds to snipe here. Stellar's lost his team as well. He's just got Eco up on top cat.
Available.
And Sneaky gonna pinch him. Big 1v1 right here. With the help of Eco, they get it done. Still not safe to grab Snipe. Does he somehow slip past Pyramid, hit a Blaine, hits a body on the way out? Oh, he goes for it. No kills, but good damage, and maybe an opportunity for SSG to pick up off that Chaos. Snipe's still sitting down in the spawn here, too. Read the button action list at top right. It's with X. No, X. So X changes outlines, so I can see just the player, just the weapon, etc. But there's actually a special feature that is in the controller settings that controls, like, player outlines, but not through the walls, if that makes sense. It's hard to explain. Like, I get what you're trying to tell me. Like, if I press X, it goes from... See how I just see the weapons now on their backs and shit? And I see nothing, and then I see the players again. But there's a special setting where I don't see them through the walls, but when they appear, I see their outlines as if I'm looking at them in a real game. No, once again, you guys are not... Okay, here. It's under, like... Observer interface? Or it's under controller or something like that. Theater. Toggle outlines is X. Toggle outline occlusion. Outline show through walls and objects. Toggle legend. Toggle player switcher. Set input to show or hide player switcher. Maybe it's outline occlusion. I can't remember. I think it's outline occlusion. Let me try F. E. Oh, wait, I don't want A. It has to be... Oh, I see. So it's not something that I can do, but it's something I can do on my keyboard. We're wasting our time with this, I know. It's F. So maybe it doesn't work because I'm not actually in theater. I'm in spectator. Yeah. Scuff better than nothing. It's a healthy lead for SSG, though. It's looking like they're going to win this one. Toggle legend. Can they toggle legend in and out of their roster? If only. That's what they need most right now. Sorry to say. No. Oh, he still got him. Nicely done. This is looking like GG's, bro. 42-28. They can slay. They have to learn how to hold their crosses maybe a little bit, right? And hold advantage states when they collect them, because they definitely have the slaying ability. They're outplaying them here, definitively. But in that Strongholds game, it was just pure chaos, and they could not hold the setup. Whereas SSG, nobody is live streaming. It's a sneaky scrim. Nobody on Complexity is live as well. This is all just... It's all happening under our noses. I shouldn't even be watching this. I'm getting it. This is illegal. I'm gonna get in trouble. They're gonna find me. Up by 10. Done. It's got to be over with this. 3 kills to close it. Falcated. Big 1v1. The sprints. Look at that in real time. I can't back up. Oh, it doesn't let me just back up. This is so scuffed. So scuffed. You see how that threw him off, though? Fal got worked off that sprint. This is going to be it right here. Down by 8 here. But they did still lose that Slayer to Faze in the game 5. Yeah, they looked real good on streets. They slammed a Faze in the street Slayer, but in the game 5 recharge, they didn't win it. So Piggy, is he back in Scrims? He's not. This is matchmaking. Somebody in chat was telling me that they that Envy and Redemption, we're going to start up again. Nah, I'm not, Ruby.
Oddball.
You got an oddball live fire. Or what am I saying? Streets. Live fire, bro. Ryan, do POV. Let's go.
Round one. Is S4 and I hit him incoming. Hold on for as long as possible to win.
Waits for his teammates on the right-hand side before he comes in and chows. Looking to clean up the already weak player, right? Playing off that guaranteed advantage. Risky position to be. Leads with a pre-nade. Mental gets traded on his P Street. He's alone with this chow. Waiting for the team to join him once again. As they play up through right side, he's going to jump in while they're weak. Look at this sneaky bugger. There he is. Like clockwork. Finds 2 off that. Camo collected, but deleted out from C. Nice C control from his teammates. And then they deck him with teamwork, team shots, right, to delete top A. They're now force spawning them over to red room by taking this positioning. Mental currently in C. A little bit slow on the rotate at a Ryan, but oh, I like the bait and switch though, right? Teammate in front of him drops down as he replaces him, gets the cleanup. Actually works out to be a smart bait and switch. This positioning. No way, right? Is that all calculated? He's sitting in that corner knowing that they could get pushed out PD, and the player runs right over his head. He gets a trade off that. Like, everything about this life that we just saw, yeah, is him just waiting for opportunities that his teammate creates and just baiting things, right? Like, every fight that he took was an advantage him. There was no fight where it was even or a disadvantage. He only took advantage fights.
Enemy has the ball.
We're getting right involved in this. All the way to the back of A off the 3 shots that he opened. Likely going to get cleaned up here, but he's still staying up. Nice pre-nade. Doesn't quite clean up that player, but comes back and kills Foul. Good awareness. And finds 2. Ryan Noob kind of dunking on them. Dunking on SSG. Who would have thought? Collects the ball here. Camo coming up in 5 seconds. Numbers advantage, 2 complexity. He's got to get out of dodge. Spawner's up in his cafe beside him. Interesting that spawn is open somehow. And he's not ready. He's not aware of it. Yeah. Kind of a very difficult to predict spawn in cafe in that situation with all the chaos happening in the map. And that spawn just gave SSG a ball collection. It doesn't give them camo control as well. I don't think anybody on the map is alive with camo right now. Very sneaky, yeah.
Enemy has the ball. Ball drop.
The counter to SSG's challenge? Yeah, I don't know. SSG are getting kind of like red, basically, by Ryan Noob. He knows C is open. Early damage off the C spawner as they try to get through. That player comes back with the reach-out, working off that teammate in the balcony, hoping to kill Ryan Noob. They will get pinched out through P Street. You can see Cherish coming in to assist. Ryan Noob kind of, he's going crazy, man. Finds 2. They'll play up driveway, but they're still stuck in C, and they'll continue spawning in C here. Good reposition with that G slide off the rail. Not enough to stay up here. So SSG finally found an angle to punch through, right? King Nick dead here too. King Nick spawns in PD. They don't push fast enough to split that. Ryan will split C here. And he's going to play real fast up his lane to get the pinch.
Enemy has the ball.
His team is dead. He's in trouble. Yeah.
Enemy has the ball.
Okay, good collapse and flip, setup flip from SSG, and they were aware of Ryan Noob, who was split on his spawn, coming up mid there. They shut it down. King Nick already dead, so good opportunity for SSG to show how they can hold the map in advantage state. Mental, Cherish, Ryan Noob occupying the right side of the map, playing it out together. They spawn their teammate and PD'd here too. An indication that SSG is going for a rotate with the ball, right? They take the ball out through vending machine straight to C. Get off the A setup. Oh, nicely done. Cherish finds his win, though. Cherish looking for 2. Trades it with the help of a teammate. So good work out of Cherish there. Mental collects the ball, and somehow he's got it in C. Teammate King Nick over on PD here.
Active camo inbound.
Yeah. I mean, chat, pick a POV. I'll switch to it next. Who do you want next? And then again, it's going to be hard to do that if you just type. I'm sure you all say different things. I feel like we should look at some POVs that we don't normally get to watch. What is the series and record for SSG and COL? This is their first scrim, and I think it's 4-0 complexity right now. Or no, 4-1. 4-1 complexity. I'm going to add it to my screen, okay?
We have the ball.
Look, man. I don't know how they'll feel about me watching this, but at the same time, I feel like we're learning things that maybe they'll pick up off of if they watch it themselves. Eco? You guys just coming in here to be savages. Let's see. Let's see what Eco's up to. 87 to 37 here. That's the enemy, right? Complexity with the advantage. One more ball set up and they're in big trouble. Eco making his way through PD. Not quite ready for that angle. They keep him weak. Teammates dying around him here too. Gets a shoulder peek on the push coming through tires. And his teammate spawns on top of him here. Falcon going to push this out with him. Cool. Spawns coming from B side. Eco aware of it. See that team spawn in PD, right? They got to watch out for that back A lane now. He's going to get pinched.
We have the ball.
It's interesting to see it in real time. Like that rotate to Heaven Ledge created the team spawn in the corner of PD, which gave that person a flank opportunity that Eco wasn't ready for. So can you anticipate that in the future? If PD is open and not everybody spawned, right? Like that's kind of crazy hard to predict. You have to be so on top of your timing to know that that's going to happen.
Hold on to that and we
Suppressed dead. Falcated dead. He's only got one teammate, so he plays the ball out center here. Can he win the fight with Ryndu? He's getting shot from 2 angles, though. He does damage. Ryndu with an immediate rotate. And nobody in position to collect it. That will be round. Saw right through chat. It's the Shyway. Welcome to the Shyway broadcast. You should put Shyway in the Twitch title. You want to see Donnie flying out? I want to see SSG get a little regain here. Yeah, it's because we're watching in spectator mode, or theater, basically, so it's kind of scuffed. Freeze. So the game looks like it's a little bit slower motion. The shots don't look like they're properly connecting. That's what I like, you know, and we have to have this name on screen. Like, the whole setup here is not ideal, and it's why we don't typically do this, but it's nice to get some unique perspectives on, like, how the spawns work in these certain situations. Here, I should be able to spin this death cam too. He go off the PD spawn. His team's already in trouble. He's going to move quick here. Nice rotate and nade over to benches. Not enough to get the kill, though. That camo's going to get away with it. He's still looking for camo here. He didn't see it. No! What? Got to get the camo eyes out for that. I don't know. Didn't see it, got back smacked.
Enemy has the ball.
Whoa. Somebody's pinching his PD, so the spawn splits out to B here, and he's in a horrible situation. Look at this. This is basically his death inbound. Can you call this as it happens by noticing that your team spawns out the opposite side of the map? And he has to play out into top A, basically, is his only choice. Can he cut off ball? No trade. The camo gets in front of Mental and saves it.
Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped.
Best he could have hoped for was a trade there, to be honest. He got kind of spawn screwed right there. Did he play out too far forward, right? Like,
that is just good Halo right there.
All right.
Damn good Halo.
My God, 3 months. Thank you for the 3 months. Welcome back, brother. Let's go. Chat, like the stream if you're hanging out on YouTube. Yes, please. Uphill battle here. At least they're playing out together this time. Taking damage out from right-hand side. Gonna look to pick up off of it. Falls off the rail. Repulse at the center map here. And deleted. Stellar with the pickup. He gets a trade at the very least. It is not looking pretty at the moment. Any way to get the observer controls off screen? I can. Like, we know this is Eco. We can just say that it is. And now we have no observer controls on screen. But it won't say it on screen. So I have to keep reminding you guys. Basically.
Ball dropped. Enemy
Yeah,
has
good
the
repulse
ball.
for sure.
Enemy has the ball.
So we just stick with one POV for a little bit. You guys know what it is. And then we come back to the switcher. Nice.
Enemy
There's a good
halfway
win
to
finally.
victory. Ball
Gotta somehow
dropped.
reconnect with suppressed here in time to get the pinch on the ball. His whole team dead now. He's got no nades.
Enemy has the ball.
This is a risky play. He plays out and plays out fast, maybe trying to create something for Falcated to pick up off of. I don't know, but then they die staggered. They're going to get more ball time off this. If he doesn't move and he's in tires, though, does he still die?
Ball dropped.
Put a little PNG on screen.
Enemy has the ball.
Yeah, I could get a little PNG out. Actually, that's kind of funny. I could have like a check mark that I click that like pops the right player in for each. We get it situated before every scrim. Johnny getting farmed. Eco having a rough game right here too.
Ball reset. Ball incoming.
Okay. Gotta be so clean with your execution. That little extra bit of time that you spend out trying to clean up the kill opens you up to crossfire from somebody else. SSG finally getting out with the ball here, though. For how long do they hold it?
Ball dropped. We have the ball.
He's gonna get ripped off a bat. B-Rail. Okay, cleans up the damage from Stellar, but then his teammate's gonna die on the ball rotate when they split from each other, right? Camo coming up and play here, too, and they're staggered. Good damage, and somebody pinched them out. Smart play.
Enemy has the ball.
They flip the spawns, pinch them out, get the ball set up, and an opportunity for camo control here. Complexity just on top of SSG right now. I don't know. They're not really playing super coordinated, right? Like, Eco went to go help Stellar and then left the ball rotate, that player rotating ball alone. They died. Camo's still in play here. Can he live off this? They lock him down immediately.
Enemy has the ball.
Seal up 5-1 or 4-1? Is it 5-1? Doesn't grab the stalker off spawn? Is that him just like letting a team... I'm confused about that play. Stellar got it. Interesting. So maybe he knew Stellar would spawn with him and let him grab it. Camo dead.
You are a portrait of sacrifice.
Isolates the sight line. Gets... That's a good play. Very nice. Oh, but then doesn't live. If he delays the repulse, he might actually be able to cleanly get up on top of the balcony and cut the sight line faster, right? But that was a smart way to cut the fight. He just needed to delay the repulse. Might have died if he did that, though. It's a tough situation. That'll be a game. That'll be GG's. It's not even close, which is the frightening part right now. 5-1 on HDA. HDH. So it's 6-1 then. Complexity are having a fun time with SSG right now. Having a fun time with him. Yeah, Ryan going crazy. We saw Ryan's POV off the opening strat, and he was just locked. He was in the right place at the right time. He was baiting them perfectly. Like, they were working him for sure. And it's going to take a second, I guess, adjusting. I believe they will. After the ball, it's 5-1, not 6-1. So you're telling me that Halo Data Hive put the score... Oh, you know what? Because we're behind. That makes sense. Yeah, we're currently behind the actual live, like, significantly behind by, like, minutes, right? So, okay. That makes sense. 5-1. Okay, suppressed. Suppressed POV. We're kind of VOD reviewing for him right now. I don't even know. Surprise goes straight past snipe. Gonna give that to maybe Stellar off the open here. And some bank nades in. to deny OS. Nobody's collected it just yet. Cool. Great damage onto that sniper to keep him back and out of the exchange as he grabs the OS. Not ready for this player flanking him. Double chowed as well. Complexity from 2 angles. Delete the OS immediately, but he gets his kill. Eco already made space in the base for suppress with a rotate, but they get decked. Did that player just killed them both? Eco sitting in the corner. He's a one-shot. He gets killed by somebody else. Okay. GA Fortress until they take this shit out of the game. Yeah, we got to handle their VOD review now. Yeah. Cool. No, not a Quigley. That player got killed by somebody else in the courtyard, and then he got headshotted by the sniper. And cleaned up from somebody on tower. Ball rotate coming in for complexity, and if they get their kills, they'll have a plant opportunity here. What a jump! Oh my god! Can we see that in actual timing? Who is that?
Outstanding.
That's a really hard jump.
Bomb taken.
For Doisek, for the 3 moons.
I think it's easier on one side of the map than the other, but this is a really tough jump. Pooh, clean as hell, bro. Somebody practice that. It might be easier on this side of the map. I gotta go start practicing that again. I don't see people pull this off in game. Good shit on a mental. That gets him into the armory from a sneaky angle, right? Suppressed POV again. Yeah, I hear you. Chad asked for suppressed earlier. They said he was having a rough scrim.
Bomb army.
Curious to see it firsthand. Bomb arm coming in. They only have 3 up still, so you'd think they get a stop on this last second. They do manage to. Ball goes out somehow. Somebody probably repulsed it. Suppressed getting shot immediately off of his spawns. You can tell complexity on top of their spawns.
Bomb taken.
Good place to live. Finds a cleanup.
Vital signs not found.
Oh, gets caught up in the player off sniper. Misses the jump, but he's still here. It's very hard to hit that jump. Yeah. Hello, Nova. What's up? So SSG actually saved that bomb plant from going in. OS in play here. Falcated on top of it. Should be an easy OS for SSG. G slides straight into the base. Yep. Block the spawn here on Arbory. Force them out to elbow. They need another round of slays before they do plant this, though, I think. Eco coming in from down low. That'll start flipping spawns, like, everywhere. We'll be back base first, and then both the elbow and the spiral are kind of open right now. Elbow player rips him. Falcated in trouble here, too. Cleans up his kill. Nice work. So they still have space on their side of the map. Oh, that was just like a smart idea to put the reticle down there and try to catch him off the jump down. I don't have to get any kills here, but good assist work.
Objective ready. Bomb taken.
Should be a suppressed sniper.
At your earliest convenience, please collect.
This does not look very fast. The reason why is because we're watching it in theater. Everybody's POV looks slower in theater. But yeah, I mean, they got some big shoes to fill, huh? Didn't get anything done with that sniper, and he at least left it in a location where they don't seem to be aware of. Or they're just so focused on rotating ball. They keep the sniper there. They might be able to collect it SSG later. Damn. Damn. Okay. He got kind of played, man. That player who was up top dropped down, and then Ego chowed him and won the fight. Zach Ryan, thank you for the follow. Welcome. It's just losing some 1v1s here, right? Yeah, I mean, that's just, you just got to hit your shots there. Oh no.
Overshoot.
Actually, a good nade idea. Didn't work out. Cleans it up. OS control.
Shield tag is overshoot.
Cool. Don't get jumped on. Yeah, somebody directly above him as well. That player in the window, he still hasn't seen it. Some crazy positioning and a King Nick right there. Managing to put like multiple shots of damage in before they actually realize he's there, but they have the bomb playing. SSG will get this. Wow. That player who's all the way out in the elbow, out of the exchange in that moment, right? So while there's an advantage to overextend to the opposite side of the map, you got to be quick to come back and like, yeah, be involved in the bomb playing. Maybe an opportunity missed there. Surprise still eats mental. They're still occupying their side of the map. Spawn's open in the back of the base. We can see this in real time. They just got to kill an elbow, so they will spawn elbow now. The remaining players. There's elbow again. And they're already pushing out. One more to spawn there. There's the last one down low. Uh-oh, he's in trouble. Frauds? Yeah, you guys gotta chill. Come on. This is not streamed for a reason. They have not scrimmed. I think this is their first ever scrim, SSG. Give them some time to figure things out. Remember, Complexity 3-0'd Faze in the bracket the first time they played. First time SSG played Complexity in tournament, they did beat this team. Remember? So, things are not going well. These are my outline colors. Yeah, so on my outline colors, enemies are yellow and friendly is blue.
Objective incoming.
Theater is definitely slower.
Objective ready.
This, yeah. when I get right stick control when the player dies. I mean, obviously that, yeah, Glacier, but yeah, note that they have played Complexity in tournament. They did win it last time. Things not going quite as well in scrims. They're getting kind of worked in scrims for sure. For now.
Power items have shipped.
New org for Sparty team is looking like Omit with no confirmation just yet, but Omit is the most likely pickup for Sparty's team. You want a different POV, chat?
Get the objective.
Are you unimpressed by Suppressed right now? Give him some time to figure it out. Oh my God. Is that Ryan POV? It's Ryan POV. No way.
No scope.
Wait, I think I brought it back. Sometimes it doesn't work, the backtrack. Ryan do cleans up eco.
Objective.
Down low, if you sprint and look down, repulse jump at the same time without sliding, you clear the whole thing in a single jump, right? So he comes over, skips the clamber into a G slide forward. It's a good way to rotate in this area. So you sprint forward, repulse jump together. Wow. Wow. No, he didn't see. Oh, and he hit that. He hit that too. Why is Ryan so cracked, bro? Nobody's streaming this scrim. Yeah, but Ryan's looking cracked out.
Get the objective.
Just did max damage. Getting better with age. Aging like wine, bro. Fine wine. Doing damage up here, top tower with sniper. 3 up right now. Did he hit that? Like no scope, cross map? Looks like he's just straight hitting body shots, but nobody can pick up off the damage. Damn. Nobody's moving. This guy ain't moving from the base. But he is ultimately burning his ammo at this rate.
5 minutes remaining.
Good damage once again. Nobody picking it up just yet. There's one goes down. Cool. Repulse out. He's dead. No trade. Nice work with the repulse to expose him. Sniper basically burned, so no easy opportunity for SSG to get much done with it. What do I use for multi-stream? It's called Atom or something like that. Atom. Senpai Gaming. That video. Look that up on YouTube. Multi-streaming, the Senpai Gaming video. I think that's what it's called. It's pretty easy to set up. So we're on SSG side of the map here. Yeah, he runs to the corner to block this spawn and spawn them on the spiral, shooting them immediately. They have a double dilemma to work with in order to get the OS. So that player plays out past OS to isolate Ryan specifically. That's a good play from that player at SSG to make sure that Ryan is not part of this exchange. They 4-dead them, get the OS and the bomb collection. So, you know, despite what we're seeing out of Ryan here, Complexity have to play some defense. They might be in trouble. Is it paid? No, it's free. There might be a paid component to it, but it's free. Oh, got worked. Nice strafing right there at a SSG. They stay up. Bomb still in play here out in the courtyard. We'll reset in 15 seconds. They got to somehow get their kills and a touch on the bomb here as well. And Complexity knows that. They're going to keep them off of it. Cherish out bottom base here too. Ryan wasting no time extending, but they were ready. Somebody in the tower getting behind him. He dies immediately. King Nick will shut it down. That bomb will reset. They'll have to do this again. Which is a good scenario for Complexity here. They want that. They get a better rotate opportunity.
Power weapons now available.
Drop a dookie. They're winning. Ryan was playing nice, but now he's starting to, you know, enter the blender maybe a little bit. SSG getting on top of it. But he has sniper control. And the assist. Comes back for more. G slides out for the repulse. Nice. What's the play? We're playing out front base within our team sight lines. Spiral's open right now as well. He's got to quickly navigate through here, get the kill, and then turn for Spiral, but his teammate died on elbow. There's Spiral, see? You got to get out of this zone fast, or else you're going to get shot. Now he's going to die. Yeah, he needed to kill that guy fast. That was a good delay out of that person on SSG who played their life and made it very difficult for Ryan. And now they collected his sniper. He had a good ammo, I think, in that too. Whoever that is hitting. Ryan's in trouble. 5 seconds to OS. Advantage state to SSG. They will collect OS. But this could be their win at this rate with 2 minutes left. Quick little repulse. To dual sniper control. We got to see SSG a little bit here. Who's this? This is Eco. Eco with the sniper with what's left of the ammo. And that repulse up to center. Fives Ryan for the spree. Okay, Eco. Good damage. Should be an easy cleanup. Should be 2 plants. That's going to be a GG's for SSG. They'll take this game. I'll watch Eco for the end of this one. Whoa, Eco. Does he have yellow outlines on like I do? He didn't see that guy somehow, right? And he just got shot. Unless he was looking at something else. I don't know. Not that it matters. Some of the games... Well, no, honestly, it's been kind of rough. But they'll figure it out. They're about to win this one. They got beat pretty bad in the last 2, or in the OBJ games that we watched. In Strongholds and in Oddball, they got beat pretty bad. In Recharge and Streets. And then in Slayer, they won. That was the one game that they won, was the Slayer Origin. It was confident. It was a good win.
Good shooting, Spartan. Bomb taken.
Cool. I mean, at this point, they don't need the plant. Are they going for it anyway, though? No, it looks like no. Stellar just working them off spawn here. I mean, this is over. There's no saving this one. There's no point planting or anything either. But yeah. They can't possibly plant 2 bombs in this time span. It's not gonna happen. See you all looking better for now. Yeah, they're good, man. You know, maybe we'll be surprised by this Complexity team, and I think that they're only gonna look better on land Complexity when you got Ryan, Mental, some land vets on the roster. But I'm still not putting them in top 6 until, you know, unless the scrims like continue. Like, looking real good, but like until proven, I'm going to say that they are capable of top 8. I'm not expecting too much more. I believe SSG will regain and start to bring this scrim back as it goes, but we'll see. So this is spectator / theater. This is like the only way that we can watch right now because nobody's streaming. Technically, we shouldn't even be doing this Okay, we're being spot. What is it? Spyway, sly way. We're being sneaky. Okay. So if you go on any existing player's POV and you go to watch, you can spectate their game sort of like as it's playing, but after the fact. So we're like 5 minutes or so behind the actual game and spectating through this like scuffed spectator that's not actually observer. So we don't have all the names on screen with their KDAs and whatnot. There's just certain features that are absent. Who do we want to watch for Forbidden CTF, guys? We can stick with mental. So we'll just say this is mental POV. Now you know. I can take that thing off screen. Goes for snipe off the opening too. Okay. Interesting that he didn't choose to try to use the snipe to contest the OS in top mid. He just kept going for the flank through sidekick, so they missed that. And his team is kind of dead on this rat, but he's in their base. Okay. We'll see if this works. He's gone all the way to their side of the map, and now he's just sitting here with sniper. Everybody on complexity getting farmed while this happens. But he should have an isolated kill. Okay, at least he got that done. Chad, good or bad play? I don't know, right? You can't, I mean, maybe just Stellar just cooked him. Is that what happened? Rhino comes in with 2. Flag's still out there, so it's not over yet. Risky move. Yeah, he dies with a full snipe after getting, or a 6-bullet snipe. Blaine from Stellar, and his whole team got farmed for like 2 lives, basically, while that happened. But they have map control, so maybe it was a good play. I don't know. We get the return, and it doesn't even matter. Scrims are the time to try that. Sure, sure. I like that route. By standing here, nobody can shoot him. Yeah, that player has to expose himself to shoot him, right? So Eco died for free. Nice snipe out of surprise. Eco died for free because he had exposed himself to shoot mental from that position. That was a good way to play that. Mental blocking the spawns, but everybody was alive. They were 4 up. But yeah, he blocks the spawns in that corner and spawns them hut, but like, I don't know. Unless if he does work with the sniper and kills a bunch of them, then it's a great play. Because then he's in position to pull the flag after that as well. But he got shot by Stellar, you know? So it's like, if he killed Stellar, let's say, and counter-sniped him, and then they have like a 2 dead, and the team comes in and collapses, and he gets an immediate flag rotate, then they win. They get a flag, right? So like, it could work. It could absolutely work. It's just like maybe risky if you don't use that sniper perfectly when you have the opportunity. Go to back a base after sniping. Yeah, he could back up and play passively, but once he sniped that flag guy, they know he's there. So they're looking for him now, right? Once he opens up fire with 1 bullet, they know he's there. So he really has to make that first shot count. SSG getting out with a 2nd OS, but still no flags, I think, at least. If I looked at that correctly. Waiting for anybody who could be spawned in that back corner. Another patient play for Mental from their base here. His team's all up. And this time it doesn't work out again. Well, one of these goes through. Now, know that your value as a player does increase pretty much, like significantly when you get on their side of the map. If you stay alive on their side of the map and you make a play from there, then that can lead to a flagpole. It can lead to, like, a lot of chaos. That can work in your favor. But he's also very separated from his team when he does it. Hasn't worked out yet. Okay, just being locked down. Stellar with 2 big kills. This is like theater/spectator. It's a weird scuff POV we're watching right now. Mental loves the back base, yeah. New sniper coming up here. He doesn't opt to go for it. He's going to clear out their window. Walk it backwards. And doesn't win the fight. Foul with the star. Nice thrust. And he knows he wants to stay at a beatdown range, but Foul a little bit icier in that 1v1. And that'll continue to stagger complexity as SSG holds control here. Do they have both their snipes? They did not. So Mental going to play for snipe this time. 2 dead. That's a good opening. Should be easy access to snipe. He slides off to Mohawk and jumps up, right? That's a good way to get there. Blaine's Foul as he comes through. This is a good opening. SSG, do they still have their... They do. Stellar has their snipe. He knows that guy's down there somewhere. The awareness advantage that he has here, he could use in his favor, but we're looking for a interesting play. Somebody overextending tunnel. In this situation, would somebody want to go tunnel, right? Like, they're not fully compromised in their base yet. So maybe a little preemptive. Beauty. 2 stickies as well. He can insta-explode this. I love that. Oh, but then dies on the ramp. Likely did damage to that player, but gives up sniper here at SSG. Should know that. They don't... What? Oh, because OS, right? I think they're fighting for OS. And they come back, and they'll likely collect that sniper. Why the enemy's visible? So we're watching some sort of like spectator theater, okay? This is Mental's POV. We can't see that if I take it off. Like either I keep this on screen so you know it's Mental. It's scuffed. Just chat. Do what you can to like help the chat understand. This is the only way we can watch because nobody's streaming. This is like a sneaky watch. It's not observer. It's like theater basically. I'm hacking. You can do this with anybody. You can spectate as they play matchmaking and stuff and just jump in while it's sort of happening. Change the title to Shyway. Write it on my screen. Something like that? I don't know. Is that going to make, like, will you understand that, though, if I just write that? Like, people are like, what's that? Then I have new questions to answer. Look at that corner play. Somebody making a corner play right there. SSG in the back of the base, and Mental didn't react to it right away. Coming for the cleanup. Nice. Does find the kill. Staying alive in their hut is a huge component of getting this flag through, so he's very... Wow, I love that. King Dick working the angle there, and he stays in the fight, but the return comes out from Falcated. Nice work. He gets the trade. SSG still got a lease on life here. 5 minutes into the game. Yeah, what spectator? Who's the spectator? Right, Noob jumps off the map. Do we want to see how that happened? I don't know. Now we can see everything. All their embarrassing moments caught on camera. Put theater POV? Yeah, I could put theater. I feel like that might be a little bit better. Theater POV. And it probably fits, like, a little better. Spectator plays for ascending baseline? That's what I thought. Should wear the Ninja Turtle eye mask. Call it the Spyway. Should we change the YouTube title? Do you guys want to change it to Sneaky, like, SSG Scrim or something? Like, so we can bait some viewers?
Items of power have arrived. From a distance, the horses have seized the enemy flag.
New SSG Halo Scrims. I need my thumbnail. Where is it? Prison J. Jay's got to make me a quick thumbnail. Maybe that'd be dope.
Enemy flag returned.
Okay. Still no flag. At 5 minutes left here.
5 minutes.
His flag's been pulled, though. Somehow Suppress drops off the map. Maybe off that nade. They got him 2 dead. Should be able to stop this in his tracks. You can see Ryan do King Dick on top of that.
Flag returned.
Hidden SSG Scrim. I changed my YouTube title to New SSG Halo Scrims with Sneaky Theater POV. Okay? Suppress fell off. Yeah. Where is Mental streaming? Nowhere. He's just playing the game with no stream. He never streams his POV. This is all hidden intel. Hidden intel nobody sees.
Searing metal works on any
And he's winning fights with this hidden intel, too. Perfect. That's some defense in the base. 10 seconds to OS here. Cool. Suppress dead. Numbers advantage to collect OS, and Cherish not wasting time pushing out that hut here, too. Now, Mental wants to be aware of Cherish's position and not just get OS right away. Good team play here, right? He's not just thinking about OS. He's making sure that they win their fights in hut, and his teammates behind them should have an easier job of getting there instead of him. Ryan Noob now on top of OS off that opening. Do we see what Ryan Noob does with it? Ryan Noob with the OS, putting the work in. Can they pick up off of this? They still have hut control. Good late jump. They clean it up. This is the flag run. This is a good opening. Probably the best one of the game so far. I like that drop slide. Grabs the flag as he holds crouch. Drop sliding his way through the underpass. And his team is dying on their way back. So he's got to make sure he's aware before he plants this in. It looks like they do have good coverage. We're getting this one. 1-0 with 3 minutes left. Very nice. Because you people bullied his new gamer tag? What? Ryan, new POV here, Chad. Unless we wanted to go back to Mental for this, but Ryan made the hero play here. Or maybe Mental did, right? By giving Ryan the opportunity.
Plasma grenades obtained.
We're playing real slow, just waiting for somebody to come through tunnel, potentially. Nobody's there. New snipers coming up. Expect SSG to be on top of it. I'm wondering who from Complexity here will grab their sniper. They've left it behind, right? Oh, looking for maybe an insta-explode or combat evolve type setup. That player dies in hut. Snipe collected. 2 dead SSG. They're in trouble. Pinch coming in for King Nick through the back of the hut. Ryan Noob ready. He's got shock nades from down low. He collected those earlier when he was down low. I'm not sure if that did much to help, but it doesn't matter. Off the map, that player goes. Ryan might not get that flag through, but his team is in position to keep it going, right? So they got some good progress here. And I do expect it to get collected here. King Nick's still in the hut, and he's got a sniper. Beauty. Deletes it. Where is that? Is this King Nick? This is Mental. In the hut with a sniper. That's his hut, though. Flag still out. Nobody's collected it. King Nick in the opposite. Hut here. 10 seconds to OS. SSG in big old trouble here. They did touch the flag. So that flag moving. And they're going to walk right to this man's clothesline. Body shot for 1. King Nick still occupying their hut as they keep them pincered in here, bro, with 2 minutes. OS collected by somebody on Complexity here. I think it's Cherish with it. That snipe not going to land. Ryan Noob coming up from down low looking for the pinch, though. He's got the intel. Is he going to chase it down, though? Big collapse coming in from SSG. King Nick, who is spawned up right now, is going to get hit by a big team play at SSG, right? Inbound they go. Mental looking for the cleanup. He does find it. SSG running out of time to do damage here. It might be just about impossible. They got a minute 30. How do you lower ping? Wait, what? You got to relocate. Gotta uproot your entire life to Texas. King Nick POV here. Sticks him. Doesn't live, but good answer. Minute left. Ryan Noob with the flag run. Is it clean? Let's find out. He's going. Hitting another one of these drop slides. No, he turns it this time. I think SSG might have just thrown the towel. Not gonna lie. This is done and dusted. They ended it early. They didn't even give him the satisfaction of planting in the final flag. That's just bad sportsmanship, okay? Unacceptable. Anyway, I don't know. Unacceptable. These bastards. It's what? 6-1, 6-2, 6-2. And now we're getting salty. That's BM. That's bad manners. Okay, okay. We got to change the, I'm trying to get an update on the thumbnail somehow, but I don't know if he's aware. First ever scrim for SSG, and it's not streamed for a reason, guys, okay? Try to withhold some of your judgment, okay? Be nice. I know the expectation is that they come out the gate hot, but Complexity giving them trouble. Giving them trouble here. Who we watching, chat? Give me somebody to watch. Cherished, we don't actually watch very often. I'm kind of curious.
King of the Hill now underway.
Cherished POV. Get off screen. Can I get this? Okay. Ento comes in with a flank off the opening here. That sniper collected by somebody on SSG, though. They will come out with it. SSG win the opening strat. Access to Hill here. Camo coming up shortly, though. Can they play for Camo? 7 seconds to it. It's in progress. Yeah, so basically the way it works is like the game is already started and we're coming in after the fact. And like as time goes by, see the timer's getting larger now. So like the game it's filling in as we watch. Basically, I guess it's like updating on the fly because the game's not done. It's still ongoing. Link to the rosters after Roster Mania. I actually just did like a recap to the best of my ability. Here. Does this work? If I just like... If you look at that, does that show you all the players slotted in their positions? Because that literally is the situation right now. But it doesn't say their names. Yeah, like buffering, yeah. So SSG with Hill advantage, or timing at least, but Complexity found themselves a setup. Cherish looking to pinch out spawners here. And misses this on the rev. Some good damage, but he's last alive. He's got to get out fast. No opportunity to force a trade either, so good clean collapse out of SSG. Mental dead there, flying. Ragdolling out. And King Nick already getting aggressive on C-Plat. It's looking like SSG's Hill at this point. Not much Cherish can do from his spawn. To get there in time, he's got to play for tower. He can clear out back tower, potentially. Does he do that, or does he just wait top? He clear out back tower makes sense, right? Catch them on the rotate 2 next and watch the nest here. This is a good patient way to play it beside the pillar. If somebody comes to him, he's got a peek shot opportunity. If he does go weak, plays it confidently. Team already in the hill. Cool, they clean him up. We're in paparazzi mode. Yeah, that's literally what this is. Nice. Damn, decked. Good try. Ryan knew about back tower. Really important part of this picture, right? Now that he's died, they're giving up spawn advantage here. Complexity should spawn B in this situation. Okay, big doors, team out B. And Cherish playing to fight for Camo here in 10 seconds. But the enemy's ready for it, right? SSG ready for that wrap through A plat. They 5 Cherish off of spawn. They still got advantage in Hill and advantage for Camo here. So SSG could come out with 2 back-to-back at this rate. Ryan knew pressing him. What's Ryan Noob Nerds up to here? He ends up dying. Complexity team going to be a damn problem. They are right now, but we'll see if it stays that way. That's my question. Don't kiss grand finals till you met me? Or what? It just shows blank tears. That sucks. All right, my bad. I was hoping it wouldn't do that. I just teased you. If you go back in my broadcasts through YouTube or Twitch, you'll find me talking about the rosters in their current state. But maybe Toadie's YouTube is a good place to get an update. I don't know. We need like one image that you can view. That's what I was hoping to give you. Who does Lucid play for? He plays for Faze now. This is Ryan Noob holding down Hill. So Complexity did flip the setup in their favor. They're 2 alive right now. Checking B spawn in case that it is open. He's got a good call on it. That player spawned in training and dived out immediately. It's like doo-doo gaga. Whoa. Excuse me? That is inappropriate, Barbosa. Spent the last 2 years in mediocrity at best. Now we're going to have to endure a revival of Ryan Noob Dark Times? What? No, they're going to take this hill at this rate. Ryan Noob off the repulse. Rotate through top mid. Is any teammate in the vicinity, right? His team's dead now. He's coming back for blood. Good bank nade. That'll open things up. What are we doing? I don't know. I mean, what can he do in that situation? Just pure chaos. He's like, maybe I'll repulse over all of their heads and make a hero play. All right. SSG, because of that, though, not only do they win the hill, they have a timing to rotate to next while Ryan Noob spawns. So they're already in next hill. And they're ready to shoot them off the B. Back B spawn here. I want to go back to Cherish and see what this man is up to off the QT here. There we go. Good pinch for Mental. Should be an easy kill. Don't die to this nade. He can get real aggressive with this QT and then snap out of play if he wants to, but doesn't. Gets beat off the peak shots. Ryan Noob and Complexity do flip the hill, but do they have a setup, right? It's not clean right now. They're still getting pressed. Might spawn back B or back tower here. Back B. Good pinch opportunity, though. Somebody in his nest already. Nice kill. Beautiful 5. He's going to get pushed out back B, though. Is he ready? I don't think he's ready for the... Oh, they didn't push him. This is sort of live, so they're currently playing their scrim, but nobody's streaming. Okay? So this is like super low key. We're using the in-game spectator / like theater mode to catch their broadcast like after the fact. Right? So it looks scuffed. If it looks scuffed, that's because it is scuffed. This is Cherished's POV from Complexity against the new SSG. And we've been just kind of swapping different POVs as we go. Not full, like, caster style. But sort of. This is 60 seconds behind live. It's more than 60 seconds behind. It's like minutes. It's like 5 minutes at least behind.
Hill control. Enemy team score.
And it's a 3-0 for SSG. With the way that this is going, I actually do want to switch to an SSG POV because they're finally playing well in a game. I'm going to look at Stellar.
Hill ready.
Let's all muffin overreact. I don't know why you added muffin, but yeah, we expect a lot of overreacting in the chat as they see SSG is currently down 6-2 to Complexity, having just announced their roster. Whoa, catching? You see that spawn right there, right? He spawns, he sees the spawner turbine, but doesn't shoot it right away. He's gonna let that guy wrap. Do we shoot him? Okay, we do shoot him. 3 shots in, he knows he's there. Gonna get pinched for cuts now. Dives out cuts, dies from the sniper. That's Complexity coming out with it. Don't let my colors confuse you. Enemies are yellow, and in this case, they're Complexity now, and then SSG is now blue every time we switch. Unless there's like a player switcher setting that I can control, that might give me... Just if we can keep Complexity blue and SSG yellow, that'd be nice. Feeling good, Plot. Not exactly how we expected the stream to go today, but we're making it work. We're out here with 1474 subs right now. I'm putting in hard work for the Halo community for nothing. No sub hype trains. 35% off gifted. What is going on? Oh, I'm kidding. We're out here sneaky casting scrims. It's the first opportunity that we've seen Complexity actually take advantage of here. It's been an uphill battle for SSG. Since the moment we made a switch, right? Do they actually bring this back? Cherish with Sniper. I'm hacking for you guys. And no support. Can't believe it. Caster Kerr. I know, right? The moment I switched to SSG, they started fumbling a little bit. 2 minutes is enough time to cook this team and bring the game back. And Complexity knows it. Cherish coming out with that final shot blaner. And a snap on a second here, too. Foul just wildly chasing somebody out in front scoreboard. Dies forward. Spawn split back tower. And Cherish off this wrap. Gonna earn tower control here. He's got intel on that player run cuts here, too. Nice. Get the cleanup. B spawns are open now, and he knows it. It's gonna be Nest next. Grabs the repulse.
Translocator in transit.
You'll put your wife to work? Wait, what? It changes the colors every time I switch POV. Yeah, to a different team. I don't know if there's a way that I can change that. If I could, like, lock something in place here, or if Spectator has his own unique settings, right? So they're actually getting this done. 2 hills back to back, and SSG, you're getting sort of slammed.
Your team
Power control for Cherish, which is ideal. SSG do win some trades here. 1 player out in cuts. Not ready for the wrap. He's at a disadvantage in this fight, and he doesn't win it. That's a huge opening created by somebody. And it's suppressed. Suppressed made a play. What can he do with this? Anytime that they can burn, we'll put them in a good position for the next hill. He doesn't hold on to it. If he can play out back tower, he might have a chance of survival there. Plays out front C plat. Eco picks up off of it, though. Eco now from top mid. Taking on 2.
enemy team took the
He's got to pinch the hill directly. Maybe go straight through to A plat with no wasted time here. Save it last second. And burn some more of the clock. They get in. Good pinch. Sniper in play. SSG can earn this. He maybe could have just chased him down Kedor and guaranteed that kill. Dies from behind instead. Where is that sniper?
Enemy team took
That was
the
kind of a
hill.
blunder, right? SSG just
team
somehow
scored.
all dropped in that exchange.
Incoming.
Deep shot!
That
Let's
is
go,
good Halo
Deeps!
right there. That
The
is
Deep
just
song?
damn
How do I
good
say?
Halo. My God.
You go, man. Somebody's listening. 5 gifted. Thank you, Deep. Much love, man. Thank you. Is it Nezok, Captain America, Raz, Juicy Penguin, and Zach? Welcome, welcome, guys. We got 5. Let's go. Let's go. He lived that. Yeah. We're surviving out here. 1 minute left. 1 minute left, and
Please remain.
a second wind here at a complexity with... That's a deadly team nade at a suppressed. Eco went flying. Ryan Noob. That's definitely Ryan Noob. I can tell by the skin. Up on the dice here. Going to keep it suppressed in nest. Limited option. Beautiful bank. That was a sick nade. And he wins the fight. That was insane at a suppressed. That nade banked off 2 walls to cut off the jump up and then cleans it up with the jump shot here. And that's denying time. Keeping complexity out of the hill. There's 45 seconds still, though. Ryan Noob somehow makes it. He's also Jung. Deep Jung. Yeah, I don't know. Thank you, Deep. Here you go, man. COL roster looking really good. I mean, they're making this regain happen. Getting real close to the capture here. Ryan Noob doesn't connect with the sticky. Full collapse coming in from SSG, though. There we go. They might as well continue to play time at this point. 30 seconds to close it out, just about. This is a good rinse right here. You got Falcated with the camo, who is the pivotal player who just lost camo, so no more of that. Falcated on screen here. Finds one. Cuts the angle. Good pinch at a Stellar. Not afraid to get aggressive on the spawners here as they make their way to hill. They're keeping them staggered. Spawns open in... Wait, they might have spawned them back B. And big door. Did they actually just do themselves a disservice? Hold on. Is this like a teachable moment, right? I can't go back. It's not letting me go back. They got aggressive on the spawns and then flipped the new spawners at the B, and now they're at the hill. Can they break this last second? They might, unless they kill them before they cap it. Somebody behind Falcated. He's not ready. And they cap the B hill. Now tied with 20 seconds.
Enemy team took the hill.
Hey, Ubernick, what's up? That's a throw 101? Is that how you play fast? They're played too fast for their own good. They pushed out the spawns. They flipped the spawns to B and big door and then lost their setup. I don't know. This is why you play scrims, right? This is why you workshop things in scrims, okay? You make your risky plays, and they either pay off or they don't, and then you can, you know, hopefully iron it out over the weeks. Hey, Nick, what's up, man? It's going to end here. After all that. 18, I mean, the timer doesn't matter. Near capture for complexity with a perfect setup here. Eco Stellar, top tower, and Dice trying to hold this down. Look at this push coming up through dummies. They got 3 up. They're going to hit it together. 10 seconds to sniper here, too. If one person on SSG can control snipe, that might be the difference maker. We're still watching Falcated here. Surprised that nobody sat in the hill in that entire exchange, right? Like, it's taking this long for some... Nobody wants hill time. What? Are they playing for a tie? Like, I'm trying to figure this. They want to isolate a kill before they step in hill, but nobody's getting hill time here. Fal comes out with 2. 3 up on cuts as they stack it together. Eco Stellar. They find the kill on sniper. That's big. Stellar should have sniper in the situation. He does. Now they're finally collecting hill time off the sniper control. 1 repulse back pocket. Hits a body. No, doesn't. That's observer. That actually did not connect. 3 shots in the snipe. 1 collapse coming in from... Oh, it might be over here. Stellar needs to make the biggest play of a lifetime. He's got a repulse to go up back tower if he needs to. That 1 kill was a good opening. Falcated up the dummy. He's going to get back to hill. Uh-oh. No more ammo. 3 players out on that side. Stellar locking it down. They're getting a little bit of hill time here. He's dead. That might be the dagger. Hold on. Eco foul with a pinch from B. Somehow they wrap the map. Making some chaotic plays, but they're doing it together. They wipe out complexity. They might have this. Hold on. It's a crazy tug of war. Stellar spawning out back B. Team already in the hill. Tower control. 1 push for complexity. They have to floor it. They got to go. They got to go quick. They're not even pushing. They got no time to do anything but hold forward, and SSG know that. Numbers advantage SSG. Wait, 3v3. Dives head first and dies. They're single file filing in, right? Making it easy for SSG to close it out. Wow, bro. That was a pretty chaotic series of events. Stellar with that snipe. At least he got that one headshot, and he stayed alive for a long time back tower. I'm not sure what happened to allow Fal and Eco to get behind the B spawners, right? Like they wrapped through top mid or something and flanked out Complexity, killed them, came back to C, and then they had their setup to win the game. And Complexity had no choice but to desperate at the end. It made it easy. 6-3 now, I believe. 6-3 or I don't know. Maybe? Can we get an update? Halo Data Hive? Hold on. And we're pretty far behind the actual time of things, so we should be able to watch Stellar right away. There we go. So yeah, anybody can do this. It doesn't, I don't think they can stop us. I don't know. Because as long as somebody's playing and you have them followed, you just got to find their tag. Like, obviously, this is not the ideal way to watch their POVs, but, like, I think anybody can do this to anybody's POV for the most part. Unless they fully, I don't know if they can fully lock down their setups. They're trying to be extra sneaky. It is, wait, no. It says 5-3 on Data Hive. Maybe I'm miscalculating this. It says 5-3. My bad. I might have given Complexity a win they didn't get.
Please remain calm.
No, they don't have to be your friend. You can just follow them.
Bullets successfully delivered.
Eco in the 1v1. Does he win it? I swapped to his POV. Did I curse him? Oh. King Nick actually got the kill, though. Not Cherished. We don't know who would have won that battle. All right, we're Eco POV for Oddball Recharge. Scrim actually becoming closer. Data Hive says Forbidden is not counted because it ended early. Oh, okay, then it's 6-3. It's definitely 6-3. That Forbidden flag was a 3-0. No. That is not correct. It's 6-3. Okay, we got the real score. That was a 3-0 that they ended early. We're being sneaky in theater. That's exactly what we're doing. How's it going, Ripper? So nobody is currently live streaming their POVs here. There's no other way to access their gameplay, so we're doing it like this. This is their first ever scrim as a new team. This is Eco POV as well. Yeah, no POV streaming these scrims. That's correct. 30 seconds over to Complexity off the opening of this, by the way. Don't let the colors confuse you. Every time I change POV, the enemies are yellow, the teammates are blue. There's a lot of stuff that's like kind of not ideal with the setup. We're lucky we have a kill feed on the left-hand side right now, right? 2 dead. About to be 3 here. Foul not going to hesitate to push that out. Cool. Spawners open in A right now and pipes. There it is. They're aware of it. They're keeping them there as they hold the ball C. It's a good proactive setup. Easy cleanup for Eco out bottom mid. Nice. Grind him down for the count. Can pinch off Stellar for Whirlpool here. Stellar trades it. A lot of good ball time here. Invader, thank you for the follow. They're welcome.
This is the way.
Camo in play, I believe. Just a couple seconds. Surprise gonna have to play this ball. Eco didn't reload at any point, right? He had the reload icon pop up there. Tried to force a trade by sliding, beating down Ryndu, but Ryndu 5'd him or something quickly. They get 16 seconds off that setup. Probably not the best, honestly. It looked like they had some pretty good coverage there. But they got something. Ooh. Nice nades. Suppress on top of ball immediately here. Stellar with a pinch. Should be a cleanup. This player's weak. No trade either. Good live from Eco, but might get crossed. Just barely gets out of dodge. Push coming in through gold here. Good awareness to not run back to gold in that situation, right? Nice kill. Finds 2. Finds 2. Huge play out of Eco in back gold. And damage onto a third as well, while 1 bullet from death. That's important damage. Going to make Falcate's job easier. So he can come out with that life. Stellar wins it. Ball still... Yeah, ball still isolated here on blue pipes. Team nade? What? Yeah, big double. Big opening, big double. I'm trying to give Eco a little love because I know you guys are, you know, everybody's kind of slamming Eco for his statistics. Is he doing everything wrong? Or are we just missing the things that he does right? No, he's not streaming. No, he's literally just. He might not even know that we're watching him. All right, he doesn't know anybody's looking at his POV. His POV is rough. Note that we're watching like theater, so if it looks like slow to you, then that's because of theater. And that was a good kill for the record. Dove in, he got his trade. They didn't play the ball. That's the biggest error for SSG. That's not on Eco that time. I'm not sure what happened there. They might have opted to leave the ball and thought they would win the fight. They didn't. And then lost their setup opportunity. They'll give up some time for this too. Eco trying to play off Stellar's damage off his spawn, but Ryan Noob with the bait and switch coming in full shields, and King Nick aware of this too. They got him locked down on spawns here. This is a good setup for complexity. Look at King Nick getting involved. He's going to flip the spawns to long haul. Yep. Eco now spawning long haul. Going to have to work off Stellar here once again as they rotate the ball to mid-map. Cherished with a rotate through Turbine. Gets into pipes. And King Nick's still alive with the shock rifle. They're kind of working him right now. Got them spawning in all corners as Ryan New picks up the camo. We can see that on death cam. Complexity running away with this.
Enemy has the ball.
Anyone know what team he's on? What are you talking about?
Enemy has the ball.
Theater game is behind. Yeah, the theater game is like 5+ minutes behind. I'm not sure, but this is currently happening. Like this scrim is currently taking place, but we're behind by like 5 minutes. Red, breaking the habit of being yourself by Dispenza. Any other resources from him you like? You're a fan? Nice. I listen to a lot of Joe Dispenza videos on YouTube. Oops. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. What did I do? Oh no. Where were we in game chat? So see like 10 minutes 40 in this, like we're behind. We're gonna like, let's just say we're like a game behind, okay? We'll say we're like a game behind. It's not that big of a deal though. Here we go. Pressed a single button and restarted the whole thing, bro.
Dropped. Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped.
What about Sparty? Oh, Sparty's playing with Lethal, Huss, and Breaking Shot. They're not signed. They're called Redemption right now. It's looking like Omit is going to sign that team. That's the intel. Beautiful shots out of Eco. Not phased by the late jump as well. SSG going to come out with ball here. But yeah, they're good. They're good. There's videos. I think it's AI, Benji. I think it's like an AI voice of Joe Dispenza, but it sounds like him. And it's a good listen at like the gym sometimes to start my day. Elmer O'Locker, I think that's his name. Elmer O'Locker Jr. on YouTube. Overkill for Mental. Do we want to watch that?
Team nearing victory.
That's another good creator.
Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball.
I can't backtrack. I'm gonna go on Mental's POV though. Off that overkill, he deserves a watch. Sometimes this is scuffed. Like I can't rewind for some reason. It just doesn't work when I hit the input. I'd like to replay, but like when I hit LT, that's LT, right? Nothing happens. Playing like Timu Renegade, minus 3k damage. Delta, but 1.22 KD. Good shutdown for Mental here. 10 seconds to close out this round. They got ball in position for a rotate here too. He can shoot over his shoulder to make sure he gets out with it. Ryan's sitting in the open. What are we doing with this ball? We're playing bottom mid. Interesting. As if he knows they're going to get pinched on multiple sides. Chaotic play out of Rindoob, right? Rindoob not opting to go for a safe location on the map. Mental teabagging him. Because he's so big-brained. Ryan playing bottom mid as they seal it out. I see Technical's video about hacks. No, I didn't see it. Included a clip of me at the start? What do you mean? There's a clip of me in Technical's video about hacks money? What did I say? So I gotta keep my mouth shut. I have the largest brain in Halo. Honestly though, like the way that he plays is slick, man, because he never takes like full 1v1s. Like he just like, you know, he knows how to like bait off his team and their damage and then jump into the fight where he has like the cleanup opportunity. Like he has the full advantage, you know? He's good at surviving and he's good at like timing his encounters. So he doesn't have to take the 1v1s and be extra sweaty. Yeah. That grapple was on the floor in tower here. Not sure if Mental wants to collect that. He didn't get it. Unless I'm tripping. Kills Eco.
Hard blend.
Finds 2. Nice.
Double kill.
There's going to be a 1 opening strat, essentially out of complexity, as they get the first ball setup of round 2.
We have
Spawn's open in long haul here. We're getting aggressive. Mental full challenge the 1v1 before King Nick gets here, cleans it up. Cherish getting ball time while it happens. Knows he's getting pushed out pipes. Cherish takes the ball bottom mid as they shoot over his shoulder and lets him get into blue pipes. Complexity just playing better off each other right now, right? Like, they have SSG chasing the ball player around the map as Cherish just hits like crazy rotates. Like, now he's in back C. He's going to play it before he dies, and they come out with 26 seconds.
ball out of bounds. Ball incoming. Enemy
Did the
has
Faze
ball.
SR scrims get rescheduled, or is that tomorrow? So apparently tomorrow is Faze versus Sparty's team, I think. I think the Faze versus SR scrims did get rescheduled. I think they did.
Ball dropped.
I'm not sure. Hopefully it happens soon, though, because I was looking forward to it as well. Ryan Noob nerds. Ryan Noob looking for camo here. Looks like he's going to get out with it free, too. Oh, behind him! Oh! You could hear the player drop, right?
Ball dropped.
Got backsmacked immediately. No more
Enemy has
camo.
the ball.
Still fraud watch? Terrible. Who's now in SSG? Eco, Stellar, Foul, and Suppressed.
Lost the lead.
Currently 6-3 complexity in this scrim. Ryan just damaging everything. Nicely done.
Shooting.
All for him. Uh-oh, careful. Overexposing himself to that sneaky could have led to his death right there. That was a little dangerous. A spawn is open right now. He seems to be aware of it. King Nick spawns A, so that tells him that pipes is the push for the enemy, right? They're wrapping through pipes. And the game gives a setup to complexity by spawning King Nick in A, essentially. Or gives a perimeter to them. Your team spawn location tells you so much about where the enemy is pushing.
Shot right.
48 and counting here. He knows to watch long haul. There he is. Are we trying to stick them? He's got an insta-explode opportunity here. Stuck him! What a god! That was Eco flying in, getting stuck. He's got a shroud in the back pocket as well if he needs it. Find him getting max mileage. His whole team dead now. Team dead. Are we shrouding? Are we shrouding? Oh, okay.
Hold on to that.
He doesn't care. He knows his team is, he lost one, but Mental's still nearby. Grabs more stickies. Ah, sneaky, right? He's timing the stickies. Wow. 1 minute after, or is it 30 seconds after pickup, or is it 1 minute? 30 seconds after pickup? I don't think that they have a... Like, I think they just keep spawning. Like, it doesn't matter if somebody's holding them.
Ball out of bounds. Ball incoming.
Somebody's behind him. Yeah, that audio cue. All right, well, good work out of Ryan. He got like 40 or so uncontested seconds. Now for 73 to 28, looking to close out the game at this rate. Camo in play. We're in theater. Yep. This is the only way. We got that sneaky link. We're watching it like after the fact, but, you know, still having fun with it. Mental getting out with ball. Less than 20 seconds to close it out. Nice sticky. Beautiful lineup. Did he just call? I don't know if somebody called it out because we can't hear comms, but he might have called Falcated's escape out of bottom mid, right? By just pre-nading that jump up, thinking he might want to go that direction. If he did that without any info from the team, then that's big brain as hell. It's a hard read. I'm going to assume somebody saw him go that direction. That should be GG's. Cherish in position to play ball if he needs to. Just looking damn good for complexity. Standing still. Bro, Ryan not even strafing. Looking for the 5 on top A. And Cherish will take the ball back to Turbine. Is SSG looking outclassed in oddball. Holy. Look, man. We're not supposed to see this. Okay? Then again, we would all learn after the fact that complexity would be up heavy in their first scrim. Because Halo Data Hive is covering the score of it, right? But, you know, reserve your judgment. Give them some time to hopefully figure it out. 7-3. You love this for Ryan? Yeah, complexity actually looking deadly. Like, we talked about the whole roster mania stuff a second ago, and I didn't have the highest expectations for complexity on paper, given, like, how competitive all the other teams look right now. I want to say that over time, SSG will slot themselves back into top 4, kind of as expected. Oops. And that complexity might hit a wall, maybe. But Who knows? You know, maybe they'll keep revving up. Oh, can I watch it or what? Is there a break between games? It says player is not in the match. It could be done. They played 12... No. They played 10 games in their scrim. An average scrim has 14 games. But you never know when these are going to end. They're on to me. We hit a critical mass in viewers, and now they know. They're gonna stop it in its tracks. Thing is, they have to practice. Whether or not, like, it's happening online, offline, whatever. Do you think they ended scrims? It says 6-3 on Data Hive because apparently they didn't record the Forbidden CTF, but we watched that. And that was a complexity win. Go to his fire team. How many people? Can I see his fire team? I don't know. It says not currently in a match is what it says. I don't follow them all currently, I don't think. I think Eco's profile is pretty locked down. I don't know how many people I follow out here. I'm not going to lie. These guys offline. I don't know. Maybe they ended it. Oh, we were having so much fun. FBI, open up. Security clearance revoked. I don't know. 7-3 is the score. It's possible for them to just end at 10 games. It is possible. Here, let me start following everybody else that I don't already follow. I gotta sign into Game Bar. Switch my sign in. Unless I'm already signed in. No, I gotta change it. I could try following the complexity players who are more likely to keep it live, right? Stellar's in ranked arena now? How do you know? In multiplayer.
This is the way.
Hey, it says way.
This is the way.
I like that.
This is the way.
Is it Creamer? Thank you for the follow, brother. Welcome. No. You guys can't see that. Space Nerds? Is that how it is? Rydoob Space Nerds? Yeah. Is it MEN7AL? Yeah. With 2 L's. King Nick. King Space Nick. I don't know. With Ryan Dubin Mental, you'd think that'd be enough for me to... Assuming it's in here, or if it takes a second to update. Way too many dames in here, bro. Mental. Not anything in a match right now. It says Platinum 2. That can't be right. This menu's just messed up. Random Nerds. I think it's done. 2L. Yeah, 2 L's. Scrims are over. You just talked to one of the players at Complexity? Okay, silencer. Barbosa with 5.
Halo right there.
That is just damn good Halo.
Oh my God.
No matter how you look at it. You know, unfortunate for SSG, but some damn good Halo out of Complexity today, man. Dubsky The Black Hand, MLG Hollow, Ty Hood, Craiga. Welcome, welcome. Thank you, Barbosa, man. You freaking go. Coming out of 1483. Chat, we're almost at 15 hundo. 17 away. Now, okay. So, what we technically could do, if we're really hungry for POVs, is knowing how things have gone. Oh, wait, this is his matchmaking, I assume. It says watch now. Match history. If his customs are available. Oh my god. Look at this. This is locked down. I can't see anything. It's just black. Okay. Now, Ryan Noob. Is his custom games available? Yes, it is. So we could go back and watch the first few games in the scrim. The 5-4 CTF Aqua, if you guys are interested in watching the stuff that we missed. We could watch a 5-4 CTF Aqua. In theater this time, though. Are we hungry enough? Sure. Do it. What is it? Starsky and Hutcha? Do it. Just do it. Is that it? Is it Starsky? What's that from? Just do it. Oh, Ben Stiller. All right, give me a POV. We know the result of this one, but what we do know is it goes down to the wire. This is a long game of CTF right here. All right, I'm going to start with Suppressed. Donnie POV. Hey, there you go, Mark. We had the same idea. Suppressed straight to thrust off the opening strat, and somehow that guy on P1 dies immediately, right? Somebody ready to clear that out. They make a hard push out through P side. They both hit the skill jump. Donnie missed it. That's an unfortunate miss. It doesn't matter. They take a flag for a flag. Interesting, right? So they both overextend through each side of the map and take each other's flags, play them out. They're looking for kills now. Making sure they play tight off each other, right? Holding hands in blue base here to ensure they have an advantage in any fight that they take. Stellar still in util. Suppressed looking to pick up off of that. Looks like they lost their teammates on the opposite side of the map here. Complexity beat SSG 7-3. So they lost their fights on yellow, and now they're getting overwhelmed on the way back. Good movement at a Suppressed, but not enough to stay up here. And Complexity won the exchange. They haven't planted the flag yet, though. Eco on top mid. He's dead. That should be a flag. Everybody getting out with one shot here.
The enemy carrier has revealed themselves.
Complexity winning. Damn. Wait, do we... Okay, now I can go back and I can replay things. Like, this becomes like a VOD review now, but I feel like I want to just let it play and not get caught up in that. And maybe just pretend we can't. Like, maybe late on the nade, you know? Yeah, just that player in util more ready for Suppressed than he was. Stayed back in base way too long. Yeah, like maybe not quite finding the timings together to clean up kills as quickly as they could have. Like that player who was in util escaped through the lower door and Suppressed came up the upper door and like kind of missed it as he joined Stellar, right? Whereas if he was more ready for that low door, could he clean up faster, right? The Aqua was insane. You watched it? Where are you watching this, by the way, Silencer? Are you just using the same method as me, or do you have some sort of exclusive intel? Burning holy fire! That is just damn good Halo. Oh my god. Much love burning. Let's go, man. Thank you so much. Currents, Versace, Obese, Fungi FPS, and Bagel. Welcome, welcome. Burning, you freaking goat. We're getting real close, man. 1488 out of 15 hundo. Fighting for my inner nerd to VOD review. Yeah, if I start backtracking, we're going to do it like the whole game. But as we're out here celebrating, Complexity got out with 2 flags, man. Camo in play here, too. They got a 3rd flag running. We got to see Complexity's POV, man. Like, where's Mental in this exchange, right? Mental... He's not even alive yet.
They know where you are.
So Mental spawns util with Camo about to come up. Ryan gets the opening with the flag, and as he takes it out, he hands it off to Mental, who keeps the run going. So Ryan punched the opening for this one. VOD review? Am I lucid? What? Thoughts on SSG? I mean, on paper, they look real good. And, you know, I've seen a lot of people make the assumption that they would come out a little hotter than Faze. You know, I've seen some takes. So far, it's been a slow start, we could say. I don't know. They got a lot of potential. I think they'll be okay, but they had a rough scrim with complexity.
Shot through their heart.
I think a lot lies on the shoulders of Foul and Suppress to kind of pick up off of players like Bound and Legend, you know, who are pretty solidified champions at this point. Some big shoes to fill. Try to find their own way to, you know, carry the torch, so to speak. VOD review helpful? Asking for a friend? Is VOD review helpful? Yes. Is it possible to do too much? Yes. I think it's all about how you approach it and then how your teammates receive the feedback and like what you choose to focus on in VOD review, whether it's like the negative or the positive. Because you can focus on the positive aspects of the games that you played. It is 4-0. So you're telling me that they work them for 4 flags back to back, or we're just kind of chilling, talking shot? Let me see what Ryan was doing, okay? I feel like he's a huge part of this whole situation here.
Not today.
Kills you too. So SSG somehow makes a 4 flag comeback for a 5-4 finish at the end of this. Ryan with the combo and the Util. Dead. Oh, it doesn't hit it. Still holding down their side of the map as they try to push up through P side here. Spawner's still going to spawn in back base and fridge. He's going to get shot in his left-hand side. Combo beatdown. Cheesy but effective, right? Got to use the resources. Cleans up Falcated off the info from his team. Spawns in fridge once again. As long as he's locking down Util, they have to come respect and clear this out. That's why it's so valuable to be living on their side of the map, right? Riding up getting max mileage out of this combo. Sends a Threat Seeker in before he leaves to make it easier for Cherish to clean up that player. Back with the combo again. Bro, the amount of kills he's getting with this weapon from corners. And they keep falling for it, right? Comes back to contest the camo. That player dies on P2 with the crossout window. Beautiful shots to stay up with camo and back that player down. And then replaced by his team. He gets out with the camo. Holy crap, Ryan. Ryan looking god tier. King Nick coming out with flagpole. Mental up on P2. Hits the G slide to grab the flag immediately. Despite having camo, he does not slow down here. Alley-oop to the window. Good proactive play out of Ryan, right? Still has the combo. He's got a lot of ammo in this shit too, bro. He's 64%. He's how many charge shots has he hit? He's fired at least 3 or 4 charge shots, and he has more than half ammo left. Shit's becoming the power weapon of the map now. Top 25 for a reason, yeah. 4-0, yeah. But SSG are about to bring this back, so we can actually start to shift to their POVs to see what goes right. That allows them to then tie the game and end it in a 5-4. Because we were spoiled the details already. This is stellar POV. But understand, like, they're going up against a team, Complexity, who's been practicing for about a week now. I think they played several scrims versus multiple teams, right? This is SSG's first scrim versus, you know, maybe like a bit more calculated team that's on the same page. SSG going to figure out how they want to play off each other. Still trying to, you know, find chemistry. Stella gets the pull. Eco with immediate rotate. Fumbles it a little bit on the rotate, right? Leaves it behind. A beautiful nade from Eco to at least pick up off of that. Find max damage. Keep that flag in play. Stellar up the top car here. Falcated on the touch. Fridge spawns open. Somebody might have overextended. I think that just happened. But he's just worried about locking down blue side of the map. Similar to what we saw with Ryan Noob holding down their Util. Knows that these players could be playing forward. He leaves it open and goes for slays here. This will allow them to cap the flag, likely. Considering they're already pushed out on map. But doesn't give them any map control afterwards. Nobody's in position to grab the camo, so this might be tricky. Can he get shot by that? Surprise Stellar lived up. Good work. Here comms? Yeah, I mean, we can only do so much here. Does that mean Stellar and Ego are the problem? I don't freaking know, bro. I'm sure some of you guys in the community want it to be that way. So you can go in on Reddit. There's gonna be a dialogue about this on Reddit. It's already being constructed. I guarantee you. Somebody's writing it out. They're writing it with passion right now. About how they underperform versus Complexity. Ryan Noob has a kid and a job, and he's 32 or whatever. And he's beating SSG. They're washed. Wow, Stellar getting ripped in the 1v1 fight here. They do have that flag. They still got plenty of time. Did look better in the open than today. They did look better. They beat Complexity in the open 3-1. Keep that in mind. In the actual tournament, they beat Complexity 3-1. Somehow that was more convincing than these scrims. And they lost to Faze by 1 kill. That was a freaking nail-biter. Could have gone either way. I think Stellar plus Equal will find more synergy. I think on paper they should. Like, it makes sense to me that they'd find more synergy with Foul Suppressed, and that what Eco and Stellar are hoping to accomplish is something that would be just automatically kind of intuitively received by, like, Foul and Suppressed. But I don't know. Like, maybe like, Bound and Legend really were just that different, and they were able to create something that's, like... They kind of created maybe like a false reality, you know, like a for Stellar and Eco of like how they should play. Does that make sense? Like Bound and Legend were like so good, so crazy at the game that they like created a version of Halo that like they can't achieve without them. I don't even know. Am I gassing those two players like way too much?
Not today, friend.
Like the way that they think is correct to play and how they won their tournaments cannot be like, you know, recreated by anybody else but those two. That's like their whole understanding from all those wins that they got was based on having those two on the team as well. I don't know. That's a pretty like bold thing to say. I honestly don't know. They are the system, yeah. Everybody else is just like a lesser clone. They want them to be Bound and Legend, but it ain't happening. When it was just Bound replacing Renegade, they still placed well. Yeah, they didn't win right away with Penguin, right? They definitely went through some trials. It took some time to get things done. They finally found it at SLC.
Not today, friend.
In 2023, right?
Double kill.
Stellar making plays here in util. Beautiful nade. That's max damage to 2 players, I believe. And enough to delay them to guarantee that that third flag goes in. So, I mean, this is a excellent answer, and this is why the game, I guess, goes down to tie. Seeing something similar to what we saw with Ryan do, but Stellar getting it done with the Bandit. And some beautiful nades. Wow, bro. In unison, right? 2 players in the back corner with bank nades up the Mohawk to shut down the push to flag. Good survival out of Stellar, though. Falcade going to replace him. Just jumping over nades here. Still holding down that back corner. Wow, that's a deep corner, bro. Look at all the time that he wasted, right? That one player wasted so much time delaying the flagpole. And now that player dies on the flagpole because of whoever that was in the corner. They get a split spawn in util because they give up util. Maybe, right? When they all push forward to clear up back base with Stellar with a big pick. And one overextender makes it all the way through to util to shut it down early. Kind of a heads-up play from that one player who wrapped all the way to util. Didn't just stay in the base. Shut down the flag before it got too far. They got a counter pull of their own here. Beelines to thrust off the open. Gonna look to help Eco. Eco gets out with his life. Are they playing for just another pull? No, Suppress picked up that flag. Keeping that flag in play. Camo just got collected by somebody. Nice. 2. Beautiful. Numbers advantage. SSG. 3 dead. That will be their flag, and we go 4-4 with 3 minutes on the clock. Okay. And map control. Thrust in the back pocket. Nice. He can jump out. That's what I love about the thrust is you can make sort of like faded, scammy plays, right, with the jump early, but then get away with it because you have that thrust in the back pocket. And survive in situations you have no business living. Doesn't get out that time, though. Suppressed with some good mileage on this flag. How does this not go in, right? They drop them, get the return. Complexity advantage here. We should watch it from Complexity POV. If we know how this goes. Ryan Noob. I gotta see it. Ryan Noob out on car 1. Combo once again. They get it done with a combo in the util. We've seen this before. I know how this story ends. Blinked and it became tied, yeah. SSG definitely clapped back with some momentum, but Map control advantage to complexity. And Ryan Noob, I like this rotate. I don't like this part of it, but nice quick way to get into util. Decides his team's got it covered. He's going to watch the P door here. Look for spawners. If they come up, they don't go for it. Coming all the way through and misses the timing. Nice.
Outstanding.
Perfect. So powerful, bro. So powerful if you've got your timing like this. He's in trouble now. Can he live this? Wow, excellent. Teammates with crosses. Keep him alive. Replaced by Mental. Mental comes in, gets the trade. Ryan Noob now on top of flag. Oh, that nade, though. Went for the run immediately. Got it out the util door. It's up to Mental to make a play. Slows him down with a bank nade. Keeps the flag going. Ryan Noob off a spawn. Might be in the blue util here for an immediate cross to help Mental. Let's see if it gives it to him. Nope, back blue. Cherish died before collecting camo. I don't know if he burned it. Ryan Noob he has to make a fast play to pick up off Mental. Straight through to car 1. Team native by accident. Uses nades before he dies here. Threat seeker. Yep, collected it on the way back. Uh-oh. Get a trade. No chance at a trade. That should be a return. Spyway at Worlds? I'd like to go to Worlds.
Enemy flag.
I'd like to have, like, any org help me get there. Like, with all I need, not to get there, but all I would need is a PC and a microphone and a camera and, like, a second chair. You know, maybe I can interview one person every once in a while or something. But if I can live stream at Worlds, I'll go. If I can't, I kind of don't know if it makes sense, right? Like, I'd love to hang out with people, but like, this is also like my job, right? So I would like to cover the event in some capacity. I know what to do. How competitive looks for Splitgate after this? See what you and everyone thinks. Is competitive available to like view? Like, is there ranked? How did they not win this game? SSG with the flag in their base. Unless I read it wrong and SSG... No, Cherish on top of the return. He gets it. Somehow SSG not working to escort that flag back, right? They're split from each other. Menace! Damn good Halo. Way the Warrior. Much love, brother. Thank you for the sub. Welcome, welcome, Menace. You freaking go. On the YouTube. 20 seconds. Last second poll here. Ryan did with a kill and suppress. Quick little jump to the window. Out through util he goes. He's got a threat seeker and 2 nades in the back pocket here. How's he going to do this? SSG overextend. They get to pull their own. Throw it out courtyard to bait. This is sudden death OT territory. Wow. Snapped on Eco. Up on top car. Return coming in here. He's got 2 nades and the threat seeker. There it is. The range of it doesn't connect on that player, but he calls it out. Nice. Good camo collection from SSG. Nades coming in to clean that player up. That camo's still in play. Camo finds the kill. Both flags out here. This is a chaotic sequence, right? It's kind of like in anyone's game. You'd think SSG with the camo control would make this happen. King Nick on top of the return. It goes to OT. Okay, it goes to OT. Snipedown was playing Splitgate 8s yesterday. Ooh. Yeah, maybe we can do a watch party for Splitgate at some point. I don't know. I kind of like this Ryan do POV. I feel like he gets things done. Up through P2 he goes. Very aggressive play. SSG was ready for it, but he skipped past the nade, forced the trade. Camo still in play here. Cherish with a fight down bottom car 1. He wins it. Camo collected. He's got this on death cam. And you see it up on P2 as he drops out. Buy a nice gaming laptop, return to post-event. I mean, would it be that challenging to get a proper gaming PC setup that I could stream at and with just a couple chairs? Some microphones? I would prefer to have a Go XLR with my microphone because I like this mic. But, you know, I'm open to working with whatever they give me. But I'm really not sure. Yeah. Super cheap flights with Spirit and bring a backpack. Yeah, like, look, I could come in and bring, like, a phone or webcam or something. Cherish get it out with his flag. So something happened off of Ryan News POV that allowed the poll here. Cherish gets into util somehow and pulls the flag. all of SSG is committed forward while this is happening, so nobody's in position to stop them on that rotate. If they don't win their fights in blue and then kill Cherish, it's game over. Nobody has a pull here either. The 2 alive in the back of the base. Cherish can just beeline it. Kills foul. Disadvantage stay for SSG, though. 1 still alive in back blue. We're playing very patient here. Coming back to center map to double chell and earn their kills in mid. Wait, what's going on here? They give up that... They let that player re or what? Cool. They kill him later. Get the touch.
The enemy carrier has revealed themselves.
I think the intention is to play up to mid-map together so that they can overwhelm the spawners and prevent their opportunity to get the flag through. Wow. Going to SLC? No plans to go to SLC. I went to Worlds last year. I had a lot of fun. It was very expensive, and the community was really helpful. You guys were super helpful in like donating, and I put like a goal up that we hit, which was great. I could do something like that again, but you know, just considering like how well the watch parties and whatnot have been going, do I want to miss the opportunity to watch party, right? Like, unless I can, if I can align myself with an org that would be willing to help me out and help with like a setup so I can stream and do what I do here from the venue, then that would be amazing. I would do that, you know, because I don't like, I loved being there, but there were a lot of moments when I was there where I just felt like I was missing the action. Like, when I'm here, I watch everything. Like, there was shit that would happen. I'd be like, I wish chat was here, you know, like to watch this with me. Like, I don't know. I just felt like as much fun as I had, I also felt out of place, you know? So if I have a role, if there's something that I can do to bring value to it, then I want to be there. But if not, if I'm just like a spectator, kind of defeats the purpose a little bit. But I do miss hanging out at the events, you know? When Optic signs me, I'll go for free. Optic just signed APG, bro. They got the Maniac APG watch party. We ain't touching that, okay? We probably got to do something a little bit different, you know? Or like our own flavor. I would love to, if I go, I would love to jump on as a guest on their watch party. I think maybe I can swing that, but that would just be like, I wouldn't be there the whole time. I'd just jump in, you know, hang out for a couple games, and then that'd be the end of it. Anyway, guys, we had fun with this. I'm not going to watch every game that we missed. I think we're good for now. 7-3 was the final scrim score for Complexity at SSG. Obviously not ideal for SSG. Before you take your pitchforks out and, you know, start talking shit and whatnot, just like wait a second. Give the team some time to build some chemistry. But, yeah, not quite, you know, the scrim that we expected. I feel like Faze might have started out a little stronger in their matchups. Has Faze played Complexity, though? Have we seen a Faze Complexity scrim? I don't know if we've seen that. Thought Maniac was going to run the COD team? What are you talking about? Gonna give me a VIP booth. Yeah, that's expensive, isn't it? Ouch for SSG. Feels like they're going backwards. Yeah. I mean, I feel like I do really appreciate the SSG org. I can't imagine that this is the greatest year for them. You know, after winning all those tournaments. And then they at least picked up the star power with like Lucid and Snakebite. But now they've given Lucid and Snakebite over to Faze. Faze has the fans and the star power now, you know? And SSG, there's no shots to foul and suppress because they're talented, but they don't have a brand. You know, they don't come with a platform. People don't know who they are, so we all blame you. Do not. So, you know, as much as I appreciate the orgs in Halo, I think what brings the spectators and what brings the fans are the players the most, right? With Lucid over to Faze, we're going to get a lot of Faze fans. It's time for Stellar and Eco to show the world how, you know, incredible they are. I don't even know. I think they're just down. They're all business, right? They're here to win. They're not really here to make fans. I'm sure that's nice. But that's like secondary, you know? All business. Chat, I'm done for the evening. Let's raid somebody. I can send it to Royal 2. I can send it to Penguin, Sparty. Sparty needs some love, man. Get this guy more viewers. We'll send it to Spartan for mature audiences only. Click at your own risk. Night, RD. Menace, had to subscribe. Thank you for the consistent streams and good vibes. Damn good Halo. Much love, Menace. Let's go. That's what we're here for. I appreciate you. We'll be back tomorrow. Faze, new Faze are scrimming tomorrow versus Sparty's team. So we'll send it to Sparty. Hopefully that still happens. I got to get another grind in too, but I'm going to get dinner now. Maybe a playoff stream or something. I don't know. We'll see. Royal 2, my bad. He's already, you're going to go to Royal 2 anyway, I figure. Sparty has less viewers. I will send it to him. 141. That's a good raid. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Same with YouTube. RD, Menace, Mark,